Hello, good evening, everyone. Yes, I've got the mic. Yes, we are going to have cock ups tonight. I don't doubt that we are going to have cock ups of the highest order. Why? Because everything's happening. As you might have guessed, I've had rather a busy day. Yes, I have Q, as you well know, and so have you. I've got a few bits to show you guys. I've got news to give you guys. I've got some sneak previews to give you guys. Only the sneakiest little sneak previews, but I think they're worth it. Yeah, as I put in my community cage, Flat Earthers go into community cage. Everything else goes into community page. Today, MAGE 2 has flown. Today, MAGE 2 reached a height of... But fortunately, there are no sound issues. So now you're all up to date. So after it reached that amazing height of... It came back down thanks to the force of gravity. I'm sure that Desert File would love to have a comment on that. It came down. It did not get smashed up like last time. It did not get dragged across fields. It got recovered. So some exciting news. So let's have a look and see who's in. I did see a few. There's Q. More than 5 kilometres this time. We'll have a look in a while. I'm not going to reveal the height tonight. As I said, after last time when I strung you guys along and you all very kindly came to the watch the vid and the discussion, and it had only gone 5.25 kilometres. Because I didn't want to spoil it for you, I did say that I would confirm success or otherwise of the flight. The flight was successful. Whether we got any results that are useful, don't know. Because right now I'm currently been busy with 3 of these things. Gigabytes and gigabytes of data. The third lot is still uploading to my PC. I've dived in and had a couple of looks. Shall I share them with you? Maybe I won't. Maybe I will, just a little bit in a while. So let's see who's in. Isa, thank you. Yes, I'm very pleased. The Turtle Moves, did all the cameras work? Yes. The important thing is the balloon cam worked from launch to landing. MAGE's experimental camera appears to have worked from launch to landing. The wide angle lens, which was just there for show, not 100% sure of. It looks as though it may have either run out of space or I think more likely run out of battery at some point. But to be honest, all I was able to do was upload the video, dive in at a couple points, couldn't see anything of the landing, but I haven't had time to do anything else, so I will have a proper look tomorrow. But I can confirm that the MAGE experimental and the balloon cams both shot the whole lot, which is exactly what we want for MAGE. And as you will see, because I will show you a couple of little bits, the idea of the reference frame strings is perfect. Now, I have not looked and compared it with any curve or flatness of the earth. All I've done was delved in and thought, yep, you can see both those strings and they look good. Arctic Haze. Arctic Haze. We got Arctic Haze in the house. Arctic Haze is here. Arctic Haze, one of the kind sponsors of MAGE. I say that because Bob the Science Guy, Arctic Haze and Just Shoot Me are specific sponsors of MAGE. However, MAGE has been possible with the support of one-off donations which have been made, super chats, memberships and patrons. All of those have helped. And if you are a person who has not made any financial contribution, the fact that you're here, the fact that you're commenting and watching, giving likes and that supports it too. That is very, very much appreciated. Okay. Mitch Goldstein, I better have a quick dive through. Mitch Goldstein, Brian Blackmore, Brian Pop Robson, who's been around quite a bit lately. Hi, Brian. Irish Dublin Girl, CGI. Desert File. Yeah, Desert File for the win. Doc Brew, Mark Tin, Heat Shield. God's Perfect Banana. I shall ask no more. Mr. Andrat, hello to you. The Snark. Sable Eagle, hello. Captain Quinn. Squints Paladoris. Good evening. Thud. Irish Dublin, I think I said. Joe Forster. Cinnamon Control, good evening. Oh, so many people. What are we? Oh, 104 just as I speak. That's not bad after just a few minutes. Right, so, Crispy Bacon's there. Listen, I'm not going to be able to go through 104 people, of course. I do like to delve in, if you got missed, my deepest apologies. Right, so lots happening. Definitely lots happening. So I don't know quite where to start. I suppose I could start by actually showing you MAGE's balloon, the actual weather balloon, because I got it, and I got it here. Are you ready? Yeah. MAGE's weather balloon, when it gets inflated, I don't know, I'm guessing it stands the thick end of 2.5, 3 metres high, and about 1.5 metres across. When it goes up, it expands and expands and expands and expands. Despite what Spurs Chemo says, it expands because the atmospheric pressure is reducing, and it keeps it on expanding until it bursts. This is all that is left of MAGE's balloon. I'll come back a bit. Some tattered fragments of latex. Latex. That's it. So that's what MAGE was supported by. It's actually quite, I'm trying to get this, quite substantial amount of latex there. I just realised the green screen's affecting things a bit. It's full of magic. Look, you see the magic in there. So that is all that's left of a balloon worth about £120. And I have it on good authority of Q that within a few days, that lovely latex smell, it'll be stinking. But I did want to show you guys. So, proof, if you didn't believe me, that something happened today. But there's more. And actually, I must scroll down so I don't miss. I'm being cagey. Who said I'm being cagey? I was just scroll past that. Mitch thinks it hit the dome and bounced off. Well, if it hit the dome, Mitch, then we now have a measured height of the dome, which is... And of course, I never would have guessed that. But maybe someone has. Maybe someone has guessed it. Because what went up in MAGE, of course, and you're not going to see it properly because of the green screen, is the patch. This patch has today been up in MAGE to a height. Okay? So hopefully we will have a lucky winner because it's the closest to it. And if two people have gone for the same thing, then the tie-break questions take effect. But I can certify that this patch has been up in MAGE because this one over here is my one from the first launch, which didn't go anywhere near as high as this one. I give them a clue. The first launch went 5.25 kilometres. This one went higher. So I will give an update because probably around Friday or Saturday is when I'm hoping that MAGE video and then live discussion stream will come about. And during that live discussion stream, I will announce the winner of this MAGE patch. And they can then, I'll email them anyway because they might not catch the show. Send me their landline address and that will wing its way on towards them. So those one or two people who guessed the height of 100 and 200 metres, I know that the guy got it for the first launch. You're not going to be a winner this launch, I'm afraid. It's a substantial height. It's a usable height. It's the sort of height that we'd be looking for, i.e., at least high. All right? Hey, Brainless Steel, 2747. It's flipped. What's flipped? What's flipped? Is this camera gone the wrong way round again? It has, hasn't it? Since I was on Zoom with McToon, or MC Toon, my camera's having issues. I keep resetting it, but it keeps flipping back. Never mind. Tonight you get my good side. So what else we got to show you? Well, this is right now. It's combined. Actually, I'm going to have to take this out, otherwise you're not going to see it properly. I bought some little plastic baggies so items could go up in them, only to find out when I open them the bags have got patterns printed on them. But I upgraded from a cheese triangle. I upgraded to Baby Bell Cheddar. This one has also been up to the same height as that patch. That wonderful height of, what was it? Oh yes, Tuz. So look forward to finding out how high that is. And of course, Arnold. Cat biscuits. Oh yes, these cat biscuits have been up to that very same height. You like my Winos sort? Shall I just face the other way? Turn my back to you, it'll be the right way round then. So, there's more. There's more. Let me put those aside safely. Oh, what have we got here? Here's another part of MAGE. Here is the tracker. Oh no, I'm going to have to switch off this green screen malarkey, aren't I? Because you can't see anything. Let's just turn that off. Filters. At least for a while. I'll turn it back on again in a little while. Oh well, you see me. Here is the secondary tracker that dangled about 10 to 15 metres below MAGE. We received signals from both of them. And it was quite interesting because when we first launched, I was comparing the two, and they were very close together, the figures they were coming up with. So this is MAGE tracker cheese that I've kept for posterity, and I will probably put it up on display somewhere. Have we got anything else? Am I in Nod? I am in Nodnol again. Good evening, FE Peer Review. It's made of glass. What, the dome? Or just the tracker? What else have we got? We have something that helps save MAGE from a speed of 200 miles an hour to around, sorry for the noise, to around 11 miles an hour. The parachute, which is so thin and light, but as you can see, that's the diameter, or the radius, sorry. It's not a big chute. What's that? 24 inch? Oh, it's hard for you to tell, isn't it? But a couple of feet across and light as anything. So that also will be going up here somewhere. You can there you go. You see the size of it. It's not very big, but that's all it needs. MAGE is not heavy. MAGE was about, well, I think about 900 grams on this flight. Now, when it's up at its maximum height, there's not much air to slow it down. So this parachute doesn't do much. But as it continues down, thicker atmosphere, it takes greater and greater effect. And as I said, finally brings MAGE to a nice, gentle landing at around 11 miles an hour. I'm going to take a break from that and I'll have something else to show you in a minute. So how is everybody? As you can tell, I've had quite a day. I knew that it was going to be either yesterday or today because liaising with... Oh, 36 inch, says Q. Thank you. Liaising with Q, we kept in touch through this week. We knew that yesterday or today would be the days because after today the weather gets crap again. It was still hit and miss. One day had better clouds, the other day had better predicted landings and so on. So it was a balancing thing. And I know that yesterday it was very grey, but when I came down here in the afternoon, I thought, what a shame. There is absolutely no wind. I think perhaps we should have gone for it. What if tomorrow's not so good, you know? A MAGE squid. I like that, Mars. Yeah. And this morning, though, I looked out and the cloud deck was high, but it's pretty solid. Well, I say solid. It was solid as in there were no gaps, but it looked thin. And we were going for it. So as I drove over, I started noticing little bits of blue. And then it got clearer, and I saw the edge of this big cloud deck, and then clear blue sky. Fantastic. And then when I got towards the launch site, I started getting little bits of cloud, then cloud with little bits of blue, and then just exactly what I started with. But I reckon that we probably ended up with a bit of everything. By the time we launched, there were clear areas. When it came down, it was clear blue sky, and we had a lot in between. Now, I've seen, as I said, a couple of little tiny bits of the video. There is a lot of cloud, but it looks absolutely beautiful, and I know that you're going to enjoy watching it when I show it to you. I'm going to have to take a swig, guys. Isa says, does anyone know what height he was hoping to achieve? Oh, I do. And so does anyone who's been watching the MAGE playlist. This isn't isn't a MAGE video. This is a live stream. I will do, as I said, on Black Friday, Saturday, the results video of MAGE, which will also be edited down to show some interesting bits and show the results of the experiment, followed by a live stream discussion. At a later point, I will release the entire unedited from launch to landing view of MAGE's flight, which was quite long. I think it was about 2 3/4 hours, maybe a little more. It was a long flight. It was great. Captain Quinn says, take it you located MAGE easily and it didn't end up anywhere interesting. The location was fantastic. We headed towards the general area, parked up, and 5 minutes later we had the information that the balloon had burst. It was on its way down. Gave it a few minutes so it could get a path. It predicted an area. We headed over there and we arrived, and the telemetry was saying that it was, I think, a couple of kilometres up and about a kilometre away. So we were watching the sky to actually try and see it land. Now, as luck would have it, we didn't actually witness it land, but it landed within 750 metres of the point that we had driven to. It was across a couple of fields. The hardest thing was finding a way into the fields, and it was there in the middle of the field, totally safe. James A's just super chatted £5. I'm crediting you with the brass eye reference on Toon's Mark Steel dock. James A, thank you very much for the super chat, and I wish I could claim credit. Unfortunately, I had absolutely nothing to do with MC Toon's video at all. He said he was going to do a debunk of Mark, so I knew it was coming, probably ahead of most people, but I didn't know anything about the format of it, so good job you didn't put money. Oh, you did put money on it. You've lost that money, mate. But thank you. I appreciate the thought. I'm just going to have a quick check before I go any further. Oh, dear. I've got so many windows open because, like I said, I've got a couple of more bits to show you in a minute. I just want to make sure that I haven't missed anything with regard to super chats. There was a super chat from, I think, the end of last stream. Yeah, good job. Good job I checked, because I've got a super chat from Tusk. Thank you, Tusk, for £3 of the finest sterling. Did you recover the cheese and cat biscuits? I think I just answered that one. Yes, we did. So there we go. Cheese and cat biscuits ready to be tested. How to fend Arnold off. Yeah, so at the end of the last stream, I don't know if there was a super chat from Mr. Channel Wright for £2 saying, good evening, enjoying the show. I think I read it out. I'm not 100%, so I thought I'd read it again. Is it too late to guess the height to win the patch? Well, what is it I said last time? You can no, you're still okay because I haven't announced it, Isa. What you need to do is email me, mr-sensible@hotmail.com. Probably best to have a look at my playlist for MAGE. There is one there for the competition. It'll tell you all the details, because the tie breaks are actually tied to earlier videos there. Now, tie break's optional, doesn't matter, and I mean the only time it's going to come into play if two people guess the same height to the metre. Okay, so you're probably okay just with a height guess, and of course being willing, if you're the winner, to give me your landline address, which will purely be used to send you the patch. Any and all emails will be deleted immediately after the winner's announced. Details are in the competition video. I think it'll have to be I'll leave it open until the day that I'm going to do the results video. Let's say until Friday. Okay, so any entries received before 1 minute in the morning on Friday. So that gives you to the end of Thursday the 15th UK time. All right, end of Thursday the 15th. Mitch Goldstein, $2 US. Congrats, Mr. SQ and Arnold on MAGE 2. Definitely. Thank you very much, Mitch. Appreciate that. So what shall I show you? Because I showed Q something which is rather nice. I've expanded on that, and I will show that shortly. I think before I switch my green screen back on, because I don't know how colours are going to be affected, I think two things. One, three things. The three things that you don't expect are moving a chair noisily. Sorry about that. The second thing is I'm going to play, because it seems a good time, the MAGE sponsor reel. Mr. Sensible is proud that MAGE, the mission above globe Earth, has been sponsored by Bob the Science Guy and his channel, Common Sense Science. I'm also proud that MAGE is sponsored by Arctic Haze and his climate anomaly website. MAGE is now also kindly sponsored by Just Shoot Me, a Canberra-based rigging service for para and hang gliders, sailplane pilots and skydivers. And the mic is back on. Reason I haven't switched the green screen back on yet is because I thought I would show you MAGE. Here she is. You get an idea of scale then. Hello. This is MAGE. So we got the patch on this side. On the top, let's get this the right way round. I'll get all tangled up. We've got Just Shoot Me's logo, and on this side we've got a backwards to Bob the Science Guy and Arctic Haze. Sorry about that, guys. I will make sure the camera's the right way round for the actual video. So we got this lift-off lid. All the cameras were mounted in there together with the cat biscuits and the patch and cheese. As you can see, if I turn this round, you can see these taut I'll move it like that so you can see the colours. You've got the two taut strings here, and they're spring. Oh, you can actually play them. Kept taut at all times by spring here, or up here. Sorry, there it is, and it worked beautifully, absolutely beautifully. It is a thing of beauty. I don't know how I'm going to hang it up because it sticks forward quite a bit. I don't know. I'm going to try and work something out. But that is MAGE. And today, of course, MAGE has been up to that amazing height of meters. Okay? Anyway. Wow. I'll put that down safely. Because if I'm not careful, Mrs. S will come in and squish it. She does things like that, you know. And I feel most uncomfortable without my filters on. Oh, there we go. I think that's better. Oh yes, that's much better. Can we make height guesses in Fahrenheit? You can make height guesses in sheep if you like, but they only count in meters. Side by side with Bob the Science Guy. Well, you, Arctic, were side by side with Bob the Science Guy, initial sponsors of MAGE, so quite right too. Oh, Bjorn Kamitz, hello to you. Wow, indeed, says Neil. Yes, it is like a small satellite. I know, it's got that sort of look and feel, hasn't it? And, you know, I haven't weighed MAGE on its own, but the whole thing with 3 cameras, 2 trackers, the extra battery packs, the cat biscuits, everything, around 900 grams, which is just astonishing. I'm going to show you a couple of bits of film in a second. How many sheepses? I don't know. It depends. African or European sheepses? Can we guess in miles? You can guess in miles and then convert it to metres. It's not hard. Ask Nathan Oakley. He might be able to help you. I've not even looked at... where are we? My Discord. Oh, I see. I do have the Snark in there waiting. Okay, Snark, I'll bring you in very shortly. Oh, I got another super chat, I think. Let's help just refresh that. Said the Mitch Goldstein one. Thank you. The Snark for €5. It's a G string, Mr. Sensible. It's 2 semitones lower. I wish it wouldn't cut it off. 2 semitones lower than an A. Thank you. I wouldn't have known that. I know little of such things. Right. I think that what I want to do is show you. Let me just check this a second. Now, this is the view. I'm going to show you a view of the launch from the wide angle lens. There's reason why I'm doing this one now. I'm not going to show you the view from the MAGE end of the launch. And obviously this is not edited, it's not processed in any way, there's no telemetry, it's just straight straight video. So let me make sure that I can display. Right, here we go. So we're at the launch site, and what I hadn't said is the wind had picked up. It made it a little awkward for judging the amount of gas to put in, but Q got that sorted when we had a brief lull. But when we came to launch, moved out into this field, the wind picked up. So I think that the balloon was dragging across from MAGE at about 25 degrees. It was really low anyway. So of course, as soon as you let go, the balloon would have gone up after dragging MAGE, banging and crashing across the field. So we had to wait until it was nearly vertical, run it forward with the wind to try and sort of get ahead of the balloon so it would go straight up. That's what you're going to see now, and I'll leave it running for a little while. Let's make sure we've got some sound. And here we go. MAGE, go for it.
Go MAGE!
As you can see, MAGE 2 has flown. You've got those nice little bits of blue sky showing through, and the main cloud deck breaking. Very lucky. So what I'm going to do is, this is one chunk of film from about 17 or 18 chunks of film from the wide angle lens. So this is not the experimental camera. Nothing can be read into it. And I just realised I seem to have some strange blueness coming across. That's because of the green screen, so please ignore that. Reverse green screen. Yeah. Let's see if I can switch it off. It's weird. I did switch it off, but I don't know why. Let's have a look, see if I can tinker with it anymore. I did have a try. That's what was delaying me a little before we came on. Oh no. Right, that's done it, isn't it? Right, let's go back to that. It's going to be more problem than it's worth. Sorry about this, guys. As I said, there's going to be cock-ups. This is pretty much being done on the fly. I just thought you might like a little bit of a view. So let's jump onto a bit of height somewhere above clouds. I've no idea what that height is. I don't know if you can see, but in the centre of the screen in the sky is a couple of aircraft trails. Jump on again. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. One more time. MAGE is singing. So there we go. Right, so what I'll do is I'll come back to me. If I manage to, there we go. No green screen, but here I am. So as you can see, it's beautiful. We got the turning, which we'd expect, but it's not spinning around like crazy one way, spinning around like crazy the other way. It's rotating. It's not a problem because we only have to have a point when we're high enough where it slows, either stops or just stops to turn the other way, freeze frame it, and we've got our image. I did see that there was another super chat or two, so I'm just going to refresh those. I'll read those out because I have something else to show you. And I do want to get this green screen sorted out. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch off before let me do those super chats, and then I'll try and get this green screen thing sorted. So we've got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam for £10 sterling. Thank you. Just a quick check-in. Best of luck with MAGE 2. No one tell him we've done it, okay? Just don't tell him. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. And your pal Al for $2 of the finest US kind. Thank you. Can we guess the height in Toyota Corollas? Yeah. As long as you can convert them to Teslas. All right? Convert them to Teslas because I don't accept Corollas. That's Imperial. And Bjorn Kamitz for 100 Swedish krona. Thank you, Bjorn. It's always a pleasure to join one of your live hangouts. Scientific updates and nice people in the chat. That is true about the nice people in the chat. Keep up the great work, Mr. S. Thank you, Bjorn. Really, really appreciate that. So what I'll do is I'm going to switch off, at least for this attempt at showing you this other stuff. Switch off the background. I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to double check I've got the filters off. Oh, what is that? Show me that. No, not webcam. I want, webcam. Webcam. Filters. Right. Chroma key, color correction, that's all off. So, to be honest, there we go. I don't know what else I can do. I've got a screen that's green behind me, but that could be a wall that's painted green. I have no filters on that I'm aware of because I want to show you something else. Now this is a shot of MAGE from the MAGE experimental camera. This is pretty much overlapping the heights we were just at, so it's below cloud deck because I wanted to show you these reference frames string things. So let me see if I can capture that, show that, and hide me. Where's me? There's me. Why isn't it showing it? Why? As I said, I'm doing a lot of this on the fly with no prep, which is not going to help. Here we go. Right, so this is from, and actually it looks as though these colours aren't bleeding through. So let's just transition this across before I start it. Well, the colours, the quality looks a bit poor on my OBS. Right, so this is at some distance up, looking at it, I'd have guessed a couple of 1,000 feet, showing the two reference frame lines. I'll run it a bit and jump it forward a couple of times so we can see it against different backgrounds. Here we go. Now I'll have a look at, oh no, I can't change tab, otherwise it will change what you're viewing. But yeah, you can see we've got the dark line lower down because when we're up high, we're hoping that that will be showing up nicely against clouds. The lighter line would be showing up against the black of the sky, space, near space. Let's just pause it a sec. So you can see a horizon going across diagonally there. I'm just going to, I can't look at the stream. I don't know the quality you guys are getting. but you've got between those two lines you have a horizon running at a diagonal from, I don't know, sort of 8:30 position to 2:30 position. So it's not in line with those two reference lines, but that is what we'll be comparing. So it'll be a case of run it on a bit and see if you can, like that, pause it at a point where it's pretty much horizontal to one of those lines, and you'd be comparing the curve, if there is one, to those lines. Let's just jump forward a bit and see what we get. There, nice and clear. Well, it is on my screen. I think you're getting fuzziness and all sorts, and I have no idea why. So apologies for that. But yeah, there is no problem seeing those reference lines. I'm going to jump forward to some height again. If only you could see it as clearly as me. You'll just have to take my word for it, won't you? Never mind. Oh, aircraft trail up there. Right, let's stop that. Stop that, it's silly. And I'm going to jump over to the stream. Yeah, you're getting it dreadful. I don't know why the quality is so bad. Yeah, it is a bit grainy. I have no idea why. It's grainy coming through OBS for some reason. So let's just turn that off and turn me back on. Yeah, so quality's bad. It's something to do with filters or whatever. No idea, but you get the point. The next thing I want to show you is a short clip of video which may look all equally grainy, but then I'm going to show you some photographs, and fingers crossed they'll come through as clean as a bell. It does look like it's trying to green screen brain read. I don't know if somehow I've got a filter on one of the other things in OBS and it's screwing it up. Really don't know. I will look into that, but we won't have to worry about that. So the next thing I want to show you, let's see if where on earth has that gone? Yeah, because the next thing's I'm going to show via what do you call it? What do you call it? You know, that thingamajig. Oh, forget that. I'm just going to show these photographs, okay, and explain them to you. So let's see if I can show you this. I'll have to make sure I'm capturing. Oh, no. I don't mean to do that. No, stop that. It's silly. That's not what we want. Right, let's try again. Window capture. I'm going to set this to the photo thingamajig. There we go. Size it right. I can make it a bit bigger than that. There we go. I'm going to show you a series of images, stills that I've grabbed from one of the films, from the balloon cam. So this is the camera pointing straight upwards, and throughout the whole flight it's had view of the balloon. So if I show you that, now I hope that that's coming through to you nice and clearly. I should actually be able to see this when it comes through. Let me just watch that, because if it doesn't come through... Oh, Dog Walker said the stream's only 720p. Yeah, I'll just let that image come through. There we go. It's looking clear enough to me. That balloon is huge. You haven't got anything to compare it with, but the amount that has increased in size compared to when we were down near ground level is astonishing. This is one frame before burst point. Okay. Now, often balloons can just tear. You can imagine it. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it can't take it anymore, and it tears. Sometimes they virtually shatter. They absolutely fall to pieces, and that's what I'm going to show you guys, because in the very next frame we've got this. I'll let that come through. This was absolutely astonishing. I've seen this before. I talked to Q because when I saw the remains of the balloon, I said to him, does that look, that looks like to me as though we've got a proper burst, and he was hopeful as well. We have. this is a thing of beauty. You can see how it's shattering, tearing all the way across from what is pretty much 12 o'clock down towards 6 o'clock. Look at 12 o'clock. That is not balloon. I shall show you the next image and it may become clearer. Oh, by the way, it's awfully dark. That blue sky looks awfully dark to me. Anyway, next image. There. It's coming through to you now. Because now the latex of the balloon is shattering into little pieces. You can see separate pieces. So what the hell is that grey thing? Like an egg. Shockwave condensation. Not bad. It is beautiful, Arctic. Absolutely beautiful. And as Q says, the tearing's moving at the speed of sound. This is 2 frames after the after the balloon was entire. Those balloons have talcum powder over them to keep nice. Yggdrasil, yeah, nice. Have talcum powder over them on the outside and the inside, so that they don't get stuck together. So what we've got is a talcum powder burst, and I'm going to jump to the next image, and it's absolutely stunning. So fortunate to get this. Frozen condensation. Conical reason, that's a nice thing to say. It is stunning. It is stunning, Captain Quinn. I mean, I had been holding that balloon. Q had been filling that balloon. We let go of it from a landing, from a launch site, and then at a height of approximate meters, this happens. Oh, did I give that away? I'm not sure. But yeah, let's go to the next image. So as Q said, at the speed of sound. I think the next one's coming through to you guys. We've got a real explosion. Now, I'm not sure how much of that is the talcum powder, or is the talcum powder just enabling you to see the hydrogen? I don't know. But absolutely beautiful. I go to the next one. And that latex is leaving aside that. That's got to be driven by the gas. So the speed of it is astonishing. Hello, Crafty Keeler. Just popping by to say hey on the way to work, so can't stick around. Catch up tomorrow. Nice one. Will do, Keeler. But yeah, I haven't seen a dome above it. It's definitely burst. It's definitely popped, but I've not seen a dome. I don't know if anyone else can come up with an explanation for that. But no dome. I hope you're enjoying these pictures. When I do the video, I'll show it in full motion, show it in slow motion, and then stop. This sort of stop animation, but properly, rather than me just clicking the button every now and then. I'm not sure how many more of these images we've got left. There's another 1 or 2. And in the video, which I'm not going to try and show you because I've obviously got problems showing the videos, capturing them. In the video, the MAGE sort of falls and tumbles, and as it turns round, pointing back up this way, you can see the tatters, the shrapnel of the balloon in the distance, still expanding. Arctic haze? I don't know. You'll have to ask someone else about that. God's Perfect Banana. Yeah, they are amazing pictures, aren't they? That's what I'm so looking forward to processing the actual MAGE video. Now, come on, flat earthers. Come up with an explanation. If we've not got a pressure gradient Spurs chemo, you've got to come up with a damn good explanation for this. Because if that didn't happen, MAGE would still be floating around out there. And there we go, back to the beginning. So when that comes through, what I'll do is I'll step through a little more quickly to give you a bit of an idea. Try and do it as steady as I can. So how about that? An ordinary guy on the internet managed to get this sorted, find help to enable him to do it, and done it with the aid of Q. So if I can do that, Nathan Oakley, if I can do that, Mr. Anthony Riley, without any TDS meter in sight, why can't you? Why can't you do that? Let's see if I can get my cameras and things back on. But well, let's go back onto one of those pictures, so at least you can look at that while I'm mucking around. Web camera. And I did see there were some super chats. I will read those out in a moment, as soon as I get this back on. So I need to hide that. Oh, webcam. Am I even here? Yes, I am. Oh, where's my background gone? There's my background. Yeah, oh, I feel safer already. Right, well, I don't think I can cock up much more, he says. So let's have a quick look at those super chats. Refresh. Oh, come on, I need to refresh before I open it. Really? Really? Apparently I do. So there was Bjorn's. So conical reason for $6.66 Canadian. Dun dun dun, for science and cheese. What an excellent calling. Do you know, I think that should be a toast. To science and cheese. And rather cold cups of tea. David Oliver, super chatted. Thank you, David. £5 sterling. I'm glad it's called OBS and not IBS. Yeah, so am I. Although it can be quite irritable at times. And Mr. Brainless Steel from the NL has super chatted €5. Great MAGE news and loved the last video. Oh, right, yeah, okay. We'll talk about that in a minute, because I think, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I know Snark was in my chat. Let's make sure I'm back where I should be. I was going to bring Snark in, have a little chat. Actually, I suppose I should go in there first, because I'm not even in there. Ha ha! And desktop audio. Greetings, Mr. The Snark.
Hello.
How are you?
And I mute the live stream. Very good, thank you. I hope I'm audible, because this is a new headset.
Yeah, no, it's coming through all okay. Well, Snark, I hope you enjoyed all that.
I certainly did.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting it all together. But copying the data from one camera to my PC was taking over 30 minutes. That's just a straight copy. So actually rendering it's going to take some time.
That's going to take days.
It's going to take a while. Well, the last one I did, because I had to process the whole video before I edited it. I can't cut bits out, otherwise I'll never get it to align. That took around 9 hours to render once. This is at least twice as long. At least.
Oh, there you go.
So, yeah, quite a while, I think. I think I just saw another super chat. Let me just make sure, because I'd rather not fall behind.
I'll wait.
Yeah, so have you had a good few days?
Yeah, well, some pain in my back, but other than that, it's all going fine here in France. I'll be going back to the Netherlands, but at least I won't have to worry about quarantine, because I'm on my own here. So yeah, fine.
Good.
And the weather is good. So with all this good weather, I could have predicted that MAGE was going up. And,
but the question is, Snark. Excuse me. The question is, have you predicted the height? Are you looking to win this patch? As I said, I'll give everyone until end of play UK time this Thursday 15th If you
Okay.
want to have a go. If you want to.
I can do that.
Conical Reason super chatted $6.66 Canadian again, saying Mr. Sensible does real science. Flat earthers drink urine. Need I say more? Well, I guess it depends how thirsty you are. Science, something to drink. Obviously, I've chosen the scientific bent, and allegedly Dave just wants to drink piss. But there you go. What can I say?
I don't know if he still does that.
He also said he washes his hands in it. Did you hear him say that?
No.
Yeah,
No,
every day. So don't shake hands with him. Never mind about whether he'd accidentally spill some. Just don't, because he washes his hands in it. Yeah.
I can only take so much of that kind of stupidity.
Yeah, and it is stupid.
I made the mistake of listening to seconds of Nathan Oakley today.
Let me guess, because I've been out the loop today, Snap. Let me guess. Was it about Simon Dan by any chance? His video?
Yes, he mentioned Simon Dan.
I
Simon
bet he did.
Yes. Allegedly said something about helicopters not being in the same reference frame as the Earth. So, well, he never gets that way.
Well, Snark, I don't know. I'm gathering that you're not really a big follower of Mr. Oakley. So perhaps you've not realised that his last, I think, 18 now videos or live streams have been about Simon Dan and that one cherry pick quote.
Yeah, I did see the video that Simon Dan put out, an announcement that he was going to do that. So I was aware that there were so many. So I had to look at. I had a look at the video titles of Oakley. Yes, confirmed. It's all Simon Dan.
Yeah, I know.
He's hoping to get more hits, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I did see someone mention that Simon Dan is married, and so Oakley may not have much of a chance. He does seem to have a bit of a thing with him. Can I just address something? There's someone in the chat, Yggdrasil. I'm never sure how to say that. Listen, I saw you got a couple of chats muted, Yggdrasil. Basically, flat earthers and other people are welcome here. You are welcome to give your thoughts. The earth is flat because, or it's hollow because. That's not a problem. Okay, I do, well, more than allow, I encourage it. But what you can't do, and I've not seen what you've posted, but I'm assuming my mods are doing their job like they normally do. What you can't do is post anything that's just offensive or is hate speech or anything like that. If you keep it, family safe or, just not too bad, and you're putting forward your thoughts and ideas, or trying to trash my thoughts or ideas, or who's there, Tusk or Martin H, anyone, that's fine, okay? Other flat earthers have been able to take part and stay, and you are welcome to as well. Just follow, just common sense, like you do it if you were in front of us at the pub.
Yeah,
okay?
That's the problem.
Yeah. I think I missed did I miss a super chat there? Oh, this is the problem. Super chats and things disappear. Yes. Yes, there is. Yes. I did see one from Mr. Bjorn Kamitz for 100 Swedish krona. Good night, Mr. Sensible, and all in the chat. Even the basic research shows the Earth is a sphere. Where's all the flat Earth data to prove the opposite? We're waiting. I think I can hear crickets. Can you stop? Thank you, Bjorn. Thanks for joining us. Keep an eye out. As I said, probably Friday, Saturday, we'll have MAGE. There may not be much in between now and then. I'll explain why in a while, but thank you. And thanks for the super chat and good night. Yes, so we got two others in the chat. I'll bring in Snark. Excuse me. It's been
my fellow countryman.
Your fellow countryman, yes. Let's bring him in. Good evening, Brainless. And we've also got Mr. Glass Monster. Hello to you too.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
Yeah, not so bad, not so bad. And Brainless, you?
Good evening.
Good evening. It's obviously a long way over to the Netherlands.
Yeah, it kind of took me by surprise.
Ah.
Again. Like always.
Have you not read my... Actually, here's a question. Have you read that live Read Me First at the top of the voice channels?
No, I know. It's been so long sitting here that it's like, okay, been here. Yeah, been here.
But you haven't read that?
You know how long I've been in here?
No, I don't know how long you've been in here. No.
Quite a while.
Yeah, well, I noticed Snark was there. I spotted earlier on when I glanced at Discord. He was there by himself. But no, I said, have you seen the live Read Me First document? That's a couple of documents up above the live waiting room. You got the arena above. Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah.
You have. Good. Just to make sure that you're aware and anyone's aware. If you decide to come on my Discord, you're more than welcome. If you just want to chat with whoever's around, you can go into the arena. If you want to chat in the live waiting room, you are welcome. But if I'm doing live at my random whim, you could be dragged in, even if it's mid-conversation, because I can't go in there just to see if you're having a chat and say, oh, excuse me, Glassmonk, because I'd be abandoning my stream. So I
didn't mean it that way.
Yeah. No, that's all right. But I just want to make sure people are clear.
Wait a minute. This is Mr. Sensible.
Yeah, and
like,
without any warning whatsoever, here's dog. Hello, dog. Good dog. Here, boy. I don't know what's up. Hello, dog.
Okay, I'm apparently part of the stream now. Hello.
You are. Yeah.
Yes.
So, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've enjoyed the stuff with MAGE, the little taster. There's going to be plenty more to come. Yeah, plenty more to come. Coming up probably at the end of the week.
I'm going to launch in the spring.
I see. I'm wondering if I can... I've been sent a photo of the landing. I didn't have this when we started the stream. Let me see. Yeah, I should be able to pass this across so you guys can see it on the stream. Let me just see if I can... Hopefully...
You can even just do it in the general chat if you wanted.
No, I want everyone else to see it as well. What I don't want is all the... what do you call it? Oh, can it do it on Discord?
Boxing information.
Oh, do you know what? It can capture it direct from Discord. I didn't know that.
There's somebody else in there too.
Oh, we got the flipping green screen. Let's resize it a bit more as well. Oh gosh, that is big. That's just what Mrs. Sensible said to me.
No, that's small.
I'm going to try and switch. Oh dear, this flipping green screen thing. Green screen is wonderful, but I wonder if it's coming from that camera. I found. I sorted it. I think.
We now have a ghost of Mr. Sensible on the photograph.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
Mr. Sensible is haunting himself.
Oh, no, I've fixed it. Do you remember one time I had a second webcam on my desk for an alternative view? That had a filter. There you go. That had a filter, and for whatever reason, it has stayed on there. That's gone. There we go. So that was just a few minutes after we got hold of MAGE. Someone's making a lot of noise there.
Sorry.
I don't know who it is.
Sorry, that's my clicky keyboard on the same wooden table as my laptop.
And we got.
I'll put a pillow.
We got Chrisma in here as well. Ooh.
Hi, Chrisma.
Chrisma, you're muted.
Yeah, hello,
Chrisma.
Hello. Hey, right, yeah, I'm still mucking around. I think I got that all straightened out. Yeah, good evening to you, Chrisma.
You left my Discord. You left my Discord, Chrisma.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
Is Yggdrasil doing something in there? Gravity is a theory with no experimental basis. Excellent, Yggdrasil. That's fine. So you explain why things go down. Okay? There you go. There's your challenge tonight.
Gravity.
Gravity?
I've got one for Yggdrasil.
Gravity's not a force. Come on, Yggdrasil, I'm doing your job for you. No, gravity's not a force. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson says that.
Yes.
Gravity's not a force, but you need to use a force to oppose it. Now, I got one for Yggdrasil. I've got a box here. A black metal box with a couple of bits of green plastic stuck to it and a black metal tube sticking out the front. There's a lever on this box, and when I squeeze that box, there's a very loud bang, and a chunk of lead flies out the end of the tube, and a little brass bottle flies out of the side. Can you describe the mechanism of that box? No, you can't. It could be straight blowback, short recoil, delay blowback, long recoil, gas injection, gas impingement, or gas piston. You don't know by that description, but you could learn to use that thing to shoot a 81mm diameter group at 200 meters range. I did. You don't have to know how it works to be able to be sure that it is a thing and it does what it does, and to be able to make really accurate predictions about what it's going to do if you do certain things with it. So while we don't necessarily know exactly how gravity works, we still know it exists, and we can still predict the trajectories of satellites, asteroids, planets, and moons, and predict, eclipses and orbits and so on, and
With
put
stunning
things into orbit,
accuracy.
dock with the ISS.
You still can't predict how I'll be in trouble with Mrs. S next, because I can't. No matter what.
No, but you've got other forces than just gravity, I think.
Spending too much, money. Spending too much money on weather balloons. Did that do it?
No, that's all nice.
No.
Paid for.
No,
Yeah, the
all
world before.
pays.
that weather balloon was
Oh.
free. That was a
Yeah.
replacement weather balloon kindly given by the manufacturers
Oh no.
following the disappointment with the first one, which was down,
Okay.
which was nothing to do with MAGE design or how we launched it or anything like that. It was purely some microscopic leak, because it actually rocketed up at first, then got slower and slower and slower until it decided, I want to go that way. Not because of gravity, because gravity is not a force. It just decided it wanted to go that way. So it only went that way 5.25 kilometres before it decided that it wanted to go 5.25 kilometres that way.
Dropity.
Droppity, suckity,
Pushytrons.
downity.
Pushytrons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pushytrons and pullitrons.
Yeah, pushytrons.
We were talking about science and logic and explaining stuff, and you went and brought like romance and relationships into it. That's a
And
complete
pushytrons.
change of field, never mind subject. That's cheating.
You're talking to me.
And pushytrons.
Listen, with regards to me and Mrs. Sensible, don't say it's relationship. It's not a relationship. It's not romance. It's fear. All right? That's a whole different kettle of fish.
That's still a type of relationship. It's the fear of
You know they said it wrong. The only thing to fear is fear itself. No, the only thing to fear is Mrs. Sensible.
It's about the only thing I fear, yeah. Yeah.
What about gravity?
Yeah. Dropty
Gravity
and
and
uppity.
falling ladders. Gravity and falling ladders aren't a good combination either.
Oh, FE peer review, thank you very much for joining us. Good night to you too. And yeah, please do. This is not an official MAGE video, even though, which everything's back to front, even though I've got the logo up because I forgot to take it down. The proper one will be sort of towards this weekend. This was just a case of, I've got to tell you guys something about it, especially as so many people have been so patient and after so much support. I felt I owed it to you all to let you know that it's been successful, as in it's launched, it's gone to a reasonable height, and it's come back down and been recovered. I cannot vouch for the success of the actual experiment because I've not even looked. Last I looked, it was still copying the files. It may still be, for all I know. Oh, Steve64. He of one of the 1 minute debunks. Evening, Steve, has just super chatted 5 of the finest, very finest, crisp US dollars. $5, saying being in trouble with a wife is just a part of marriage. Yeah. You know this, did you guys know there are 3 rings in marriage? There's engagement ring, wedding ring, and suffer ring. Yeah. And I'm past
if you
the
need-
engagement and wedding ring.
And if there's a job that needs to be done, you'll get badgering.
Yeah, true. True. Oh,
Wait until you have teenage daughters, and then it's waiting for the doorbell to ring.
oh, I've got beyond teenage daughters. The
Then-
youngest has
then you
just
got-
started university.
Then you get the 3-tone dad. Dad,
Dad! Dad!
Dad, and then there's money involved.
No, you see,
Super
my-
chats,
my-
there's
my-
money involved.
My children are very efficient. They go straight to the final screen. Dad! A conical.
Oh, I thought they were so efficient they immediately went to Mrs. Sensible. Mom,
Or they've just
make that give me money.
they've just organised a standing order, a regular transfer of cash to their accounts. Conical Reason has just super chatted $10 Canadian. Thank you, Conical, saying more mage and more cheese. Mrs. Sensible be damned. By golly, he's a brave man speaking like that. Joking. Oh, you can't get out of it just by saying joking. She won't believe you. Joking, keep the wife happy.
Doesn't
What?
the 3-syllable daddy come after the 4-syllable?
Remember, the kids are all the time.
Daddy.
Remember, all the kids will be asking for the key ring.
The key ring.
6464. Did you see that?
Sorry?
Steve 6464, $5 Being in trouble with the wife is just part of marriage.
Yeah, we done that. Snuck, you've not been listening, have you? You wouldn't get on well with my wife, definitely. If I'm sat there directly looking at her, I still can't follow a conversation. I end up in trouble.
Then you have the
It's not the keyring they want. It's the car that comes with it.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yep.
My car's 48 years old. They don't want that. Oh dear.
Well, it's better than nothing.
If
Better
it starts
nothing, yeah.
on, I'll drive it.
Actually, it's
That's
very.
go.
A few years back, down in the village was organising a snowball fight, and I'd driven the Land Rover down there, and I managed to really twist my back, and to the extent that I couldn't even get into the Land Rover. So I said to a friend of mine, "Look, can you just drive it up the road?" He drove it halfway up the road and abandoned it because he couldn't drive it. It's such a difficult vehicle to drive. I can drive it as sweet as a nut, but because it's not got an accelerator cable, it's got rigid rods between the foot pedal. Yeah, because it's custom built by me. So you've got to be extremely gentle, and if the engine's wobbling, your accelerator pedal's wobbling, so it'll push either way. With practice, you can drive it really smoothly, but if you got into that, you'd be bunny hopping and you'd give up. You really would.
This sounds like it was made from leftover pieces around the back of a Royal Signals detachment.
No, it's a bit sad, really. It's a thing of beauty, but I'm about to put it up for sale.
Oh,
Yeah, I rebuilt it. I had it for a couple of years, mothballed it for a couple of years, rebuilt it over a couple of years, and I've been driving it around for about 8 years. I've done just under 40,000 miles since the rebuild, but the problem is I no longer have a garage, which doesn't help. So working on it outside is no fun. But just with a bad back, and if I'm working underneath it, I start getting vertigo. I just literally can't do it anymore. So I think I'll have to let it go and purchase a car.
Looks like something else me and you have in common. Vertigo.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
real bad. So
Not much I can do about it.
I can suggest a few places you shouldn't go then if you suffer from bad vertigo. There are the Levada trails on the island, Madeira, and the north face of the Eiger. Both good places not to be.
It's as I can get under the Land Rover, lay on my back, work on it. That's fine. As I roll over to get out, my head starts spinning. If it's just the once, that's okay. But I fitted a new exhaust to it about 8-9 months ago, and so you're working all the way under the Land Rover, left, right, and centre, doing up all these bolts and slide along a bit and roll whatever. by the time I finished with that, I was close to throwing up because it had mucked up my inner ear so much. Steve6464, being in trouble with a wife is just a part of marriage. Why should I be in trouble with your wife? I've got enough trouble with my own wife. Thanks for that, Steve. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, I must have missed that one earlier. I'm going to have a double check. It's so easy to miss these super chats actually looking on the stream, and they do not appear in my OBS because this OBS has got OBS apparently. Yeah, I think I'm up to date. Thank you.
Steve, that's only a problem if you're in one of those backwards societies where they still force you to marry a woman. I think you know what I'm saying.
Wow. Wow. I can't comment. Captain Quinn says, I'm sorry, Mr. Sensible. Can you not get Mrs. S to work under the landy with Mr. Sensible instructions? That's a good thought.
One of the younger Mrs. Sensibles.
I asked her about that once, and I ended up with 2 black eyes. Only 2 black eyes because I didn't listen to her the first time. Oh, Yggdrasil's obviously still around, but I've not seen any of gravitational time dilation. Okay. You need an explanation for all these new science theories of yours. Have you got a channel, Yggdrasil? Have you got a channel? Have you got videos that we can learn from? That would be fun.
That would
Learn
be
from?
interesting. That would be interesting.
Sorry,
It would.
that was a mean comment.
A link to those videos would be nice.
Sorry?
I was telling him a link to those videos in the chat would be nice.
They would. I mean, if you want, Yggdrasil, if you've got videos, if you're happy, we can pull them up on screen. Because I've got my green screen sorted now. Hey, I wonder if I can show that other bit of video. Let's see if I can show that other bit of video with the... now we've not got the green screen issues. Let me just find it. What it is, it shows the burst, a short bit of the plummet, and then it shows the burst again once more in slow motion. Not a stop animation as that was, but it might look a little bit more real. I've just got to find the darn thing now.
Now,
That did look great.
Sorry?
Now Giselle said that you can't trust GPS data, apparently.
I would beg to differ because I'm not sure of the exact distance, but GPS data took us part way across the country to within 750 metres of MAGE, then led us to MAGE to the extent we could, that Q was able to say, you know, it's about 82 metres in that direction. We looked that direction, and there it was. I think we can trust GPS, and it looks like I can do this. Ooh, let's have a look at this then. Right, guys, I'm going to...
GPS is what brought me back Try 1.0 with no video on it.
Try what?
My first try at doing the mage type things.
Yeah, sorry. Well, look.
GPS is how I got it back.
Yeah, and that's how we got Mage back. I'm going to play. Have a look at this video, guys. There'll be a bit of a delay, so I'll leave it until it comes through on screen, so I know you've got it. That's difficult. Can you tell me when you got it? Because I can't look without losing it. And then I'll play this short clip. It's only around a minute long. This is showing the balloon literally a second or two before burst, with a close and local sun apparently. And then Mage will start tumbling like crazy because it's got nothing giving it uppity, and downity takes effect until the parachute straightens it. Has it come through to you guys yet?
Where'd you send it to?
On the screen, on the stream. Can you see it on the stream?
Oh, yes.
You
Yes.
can. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So there'll be a delay for you seeing it, so I'll talk. Well, I'll just play it.
What happened?
No one's talking.
Ooh. And down goes our master horse. Would be very surprised indeed.
You can see how small that parachute is, or rather, it's as Dave's. Oh, what am I trying to say? Yeah, well, that parachute is about 20 odd meters away, and here we go. You'll see it eventually in slow motion. I'll play that bit again. I'll just jump back. So I hope that you all enjoyed that. As you can tell, this is going to be a great video. You have no idea about the height yet. You can tell that it is high. You can tell it's quite dark up there. You can't tell anything about the curve from that because that is a wide angle camera that was pointing upwards at the balloon. So that's not the MAGE camera, but it's going to be fab.
That balloon looked cool when it popped.
I'm sorry, say again.
That was a cool looking pop that balloon made.
Did you miss it earlier on, Glass, when I was showing it in stop motion?
Yeah, the very
pictures?
beginning I didn't see it, but that was probably because I was over in the Discord looking there for the video link.
No, earlier on in the stream. Oh, I'll just say David Oliver super chatted £5 saying they're ripping into Mr. S on Oakley's channel right now.
Oh, wow.
Lord Dimwit saying that Mr. Sense was destroyed the radius of the Earth.
And the video is not even out yet.
I mean, how dim is that? Just to quickly cover that, it was possible, if everything he'd said that was correct, which it wasn't, it would have been possible that Mitch had destroyed the radius. Therefore, it would be a different radius, but still a bloody sphere. And I proved that to you, Mr. Oakley. I showed the entire video, and I showed that you muted me and then cut it off. You, sir, are a yellow-bellied chicken, cherry-picking, purple toy lover. Let's leave it at that.
Can't we merge the streams?
Merge the streams, yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine streaming on his stream. So what's what?
That's Riley. That's Riley's.
Come on, you warrior. No streaming.
Just let him pee.
Warrior.
So what is it they're ripping into me about? What's made them suddenly? Is it because of what we're talking about tonight?
They're scared.
Yeah, but why tonight me? I mean, I don't care. But why is it tonight? Is it because I'm talking about some of the MAGE stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
It's in the waiting room.
I got a comment from Colon saying congratulations on MAGE. He can't come in tonight. So P.S. Don't upset the missus. Oh dear, too late. Oh man. Yeah. So I'd like to know what triggered them tonight. I know he's a proven coward. I know he's cherry picking. He's been cherry picking at Simon Dan for the past 18 videos. So I suppose it's nice to give Dan a break, because Dan is one of the 3 top Globe Earth fails. There's him, Thunderfoot, and me, as voted for by Nathan Oakley. Thanks for that, Nathan. Yeah, so I want to know why he's picked on me tonight. Is it that someone said, "Here, Mr. S has done that MAGE thing," and that's triggered him? Is that what he's talking about?
Yep, more than likely.
But does that, I mean, I think it's quite possible. But does anyone know that? Who was it that said about Oakley triggered tonight about me? I'm scrolling back. I can't see it. Yggdrasil, listen, there is no problem with you arguing with us lot. Argue the science. There's no curve because gravity doesn't exist because. You're welcome to. Honestly, that's part of the fun, part of the enjoyment. But thank you for saying enjoy your night in your space. But our space is open to others as well. Okay, at least you're acknowledging there's such a thing as space. Good man.
That's so funny. There are
Heat Shield wants the first frame of the rips. Heat, what I will do, contact me after the video is out, and I will do that, because with this, it was an experiment. Okay, in the loosest sense, it's not highly technical. With loads of professional measurements and so on, and I'm not knocking Q, because Q's about as professional as you can get with this sort of thing. But I will be showing the MAGE experiment video, which will be the launch, some bits on the way up, the pop, some bits on the way down, the landing, then going back and actually taking some stills to try and identify Earth curve or flatness. Then I will be releasing the entire unedited flight from launch to landing, so that others, perhaps people like our friend Yggdrasil or Mr. Moaning Oakley, can have a look at it and try and pick holes in it. That's fine. So I will be happy to open up that evidence if that's what you wanted to use as a piece of evidence. Maybe you just wanted the picture, but that's cool too. That's fine. Let us know. I've just scrolled right past the whole stream. Drop us a message. Sorry, mate?
2 Swiss francs from Daybreaker Flint.
Oh, am I missing? Yeah. Well, it's not that. I tell you what. It's not that I'm incompetent. It's just hard to see because you're looking at a different window. Daybreaker Flint, two chuffs. 2 chuffs from Daybreaker Flint, thank you. Woo for 3rd place. A pint for you, Mr. S. Hey, who said I got 3rd place? I'm content with 3rd place, thank you, Daybreaker.
Sensible. Flint's in the waiting room.
Oh, is he? Yeah, you did say someone was there a little while back. Let's bring him in. Hello, Flint.
Swiss francs, I believe.
Hello, Flint.
Good evening, Phil.
Flint, you are now in the live chat.
Good evening, Flint.
Hello, Flint. Welcome to YouTube.
You're not even muted.
Yeah,
Bonjour, guten Tag.
from pedal, I use the right one, which I usually use for gaming.
So how are you, Flint?
I'm doing well. A bit tired, but doing well. I had a good night out and now back home and saw that you started streaming without informing me.
I do apologise. I did ask Mrs. S to remind me, but I just can't rely on her, as you can tell. I'm sorry. My very deepest apologies. Anyone tell me where that's from?
No.
No, apparently not. No. It was Blackadder. Got another super chat for 100 Swedish krona from Brainery. Thanks for the stream. That rip though, the flatties will go crazy about it. Are you talking about the balloon where it ripped? It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, gone.
I think it's worth showing that image again, especially since we've actually. Let's go through. I'm going to pull it back up again because we definitely haven't got this green screen thing. Let me see if I can. Yeah, because I didn't understand it, because it always used to work okay, and I never had problems with it. And then all of a sudden, I couldn't seem to switch off the green screen. And right now, it's not even showing me the photo viewer. Oh, come on, let's try that again. Window capture.
OBS got too many options.
It has. And I mean, I've got so many scenes and things like that. It's just not showing me. I'm trying to screen capture and it's not showing. Is that it? No. It's not showing me the, what do you call it, photo viewer as an option. It did earlier on.
Yeah.
Actually, YouTube was playing up as well tonight. I kicked off the stream and then went to edit it because it reuses the same settings, the description or whatever, and I have to change the date. And it wasn't there. But I had a look. It had launched a stream. It had notified Discord, but it didn't show it on YouTube. As far as YouTube was concerned, I didn't even have a stream. Go figure. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I've got wind capture. Photo view. It's there now. Now, why is that? How can it be there 1 minute and not the next? So let's drag it in, because it is a thing. It is a thing of beauty. There we go. It's coming across. I'll have a look to see if when it comes across. Hopefully the quality is better. Maybe that was the issue with the quality of that other film we showed earlier on. Has it come through to the stream to you guys yet? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's literally just come to me. So let's. I'll do some step through. So, heat shield, was that the image you were talking about? That first rip. Does look amazing. So what we're doing is we're looking up the 4 strings, sort of pretty much the 4 corners of MAGE, going up to 1 string, up to the parachute, up to the balloon. So the parachute is just, I think you can just see it. I'm a bit colourblind. I think it's, to me, it looks a bit orangey reddy, right where the 4 lines meet. Very small. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the small dot.
Yes.
Not big.
Not big at all. Because that is probably
that's beautiful.
10, 15 metres away. And I see there's another super chat. Let me read that. From Robert Williams for $4.99. Flirfs. I don't believe it because I didn't do it myself. Normal person. So you're going to do it yourself? Flirf. No. Absolutely, Robert. I mean, if they can send up a balloon, they can do this as well, and they can take photos of the Earth flat.
That is cool. That balloon,
isn't it? Just, but they don't. That doesn't always happen. I don't know the odds of it happening like this. I have seen videos where this happens, but as often as not, it just has a big tear in the air. The hydrogen or helium, boom, straight out. And that's it. But there's beautiful shuttering. I presume that's because there was no particular weakness to the actual balloon, so it's gone up a long way until the whole structure just cannot take it. But, I mean, there must be some really interesting physics in it, way beyond my pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steve 6464 had something about that. The balloon burst shows gas pressure without a container. Take that, Flurfers.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It does.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, look at right where the fucking.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is gas pressure without a container.
Yeah,
Go figure.
because actually, let me just go back. There.
That's hydrogen.
I'm just going back a bit to the very first image. There is gas at pressure in a container. I'm just waiting for the image to come through.
Yeah, there's a container.
There you go.
Right.
And then there is gas. It must still be at a pressure. It can't instantly, depressurize. Not instantly. So as we're saying, that there is, and it's taken a while for that image to come through, there is some gas there we go, at a pressure without a complete container. Oh, that's a dirty laugh.
Take that.
Better than Daniel Pratt.
Water heater.
But it'd be nice to see that in a slow motion. I mean, I had just done a very quick and dirty cut of that video to send to Q, so because we'd been talking about whether we'd get a burst or a tear, and we got a burst of the pretty much as good as you can get. I mean, actually seeing that. Wow, funnily enough, it looks like a sphere of gas marked with the talcum powder. And it's growing.
Mr.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good camera if it could catch this.
That's a GoPro. That one's a GoPro. I think the one that's the MAGE camera, if I recall, I think it's a Firefly, the narrow angle lens. I'm not 100%. And the wide angle lens opposite the MAGE camera is a GoPro as well. So this is a wide angle one. You can see in the Mr. Sensible in the bottom right corner's in the way, but you can see in the left under the chat the curve of the horizon because of the wide angle lens. But it's just absolutely beautiful. I couldn't have asked for it to appear more
Sensible.
beautifully. Yes.
Send me at least this part of this video of this burst and stuff.
Sorry, say again.
Yeah, showing the gas bubble and stuff.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
You must send me this section of the video that's showing this burst. I have to show this to Thunderfoot.
Well, the video will be released, as I said, in about a week's time.
Yeah, because he put it in his "Why do people laugh at flat earthers" video.
Oh, has he started? Has he started? Why do people laugh? I didn't know that. I know he had a "Why do people laugh at creationists."
He's going to soon be putting out the fourth one.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at that.
People laugh at flat earthers.
Yeah.
This
Well,
gotta go in the video.
I see that we've got a super chat from Esteban Ilabaca for 2,500 Chilean pesos. I know what that is now. It is Chilean pesos, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. Thank you, Esteban. Is there a way to use the telemetry after burst to calculate the downward acceleration and its relation to P? That's evidence of gradient due to gravity. Well, we have got pressure readings in pascals. As you get higher and it gets lower, it gets less accurate. But you can see a definite gradient. I can sanitize. I'm just thinking carefully. I can sanitize the telemetry file to strip out GPS positioning, at least perhaps until we reach, say, burst point. Don't mind people knowing where it landed. That's fine. But some of the earlier stuff is secret. So you can have the GPS positions and the heights on there anyway. And someone who's better at maths than me is welcome to use that data and use clips of the video with credit, and that's fine. I'm open to that if that's of use to you. But it's got to wait until I've done my video. Yeah.
Yeah. With the data points of the GPS, you should be able to calculate all of the accelerations acting upon it.
But there is a but there. Sorry, I can't see Discord. Is that Flint?
Yes.
Yeah. There is a but. I'll come back to the but in a second because there's another super chat from Conical Reason for $5 Canadian. Please stop. I can only arrive so many times. That's a dirty laugh. Yes, the but. The but is the GPS location transmitters are transmitting, regularly, whatever that is, whether it's every second, every tenth of a second, whatever. But of course, they only get picked up when someone can pick them up, and the data is shared into one telemetry file. Now, typically, when you're very low, your radio horizon is not very far. So when you first launch, the only people that are picking it up is Q. When it lands, if Q was close to it, as we were, we got telemetry right down low. But with original MAGE, we were a fair distance from it. We lost telemetry. So it's not recorded because the telemetry unit in MAGE isn't recording it. It knows where it is and it broadcasts it. It's relying on someone to capture that. And if it can't be picked up, it can't be picked up. So it got very spotty. So if you go back and have a look at the original MAGE video, as it's on its way down, it gets to about 600 meters, and then it seems to the altitude just stops or goes very slowly because it knows this one and it knows this one, averages it and assumes a constant acceleration. so it gets less accurate when you're very low. Up high like that, from the burst point, I was talking about it with Q today. Way before we got up there, we could see the radio horizon, and that people on the south coast of England would be able to pick it up, and that it would be very possible that some people in Belgium could have picked it up at a later point, because we're talking sort of 400 odd mile radius. Hello?
Yeah, well, if maybe someone is smart in calculating heights.
Well, yeah, as I said, I'll release the data just sanitized with regard to the GPS location from the first portion of the flight. I will discuss with Q how much needs to be sanitized. Yeah.
Okay.
But certainly...
there's one...
Yeah, but you said how far the radio horizon was. I guess there is at least someone in here that can calculate from what height that is.
Oh, I see. Well, we
for your competition.
Well, they can have a go, but I believe that I mentioned the radio horizon in the earlier videos.
Well, you did say 400 miles, and assuming zero refraction, just going with the geometric figure, Metabunk from zero elevation at 400 miles is, I think, 107,000 feet of hidden. So you must have got at least that high.
Well, the 400 I'm mentioning today was way, way, way before it got up to whatever height. We hadn't even left the launch site. We were just looking at how it was going. So, you know, basically the sort of target heights we're talking about, of course, the target could be a bit higher, it could be a bit lower. We're talking roughly a 400-mile radius radio horizon. Roughly. So by all means use that to try and calculate and have a stab at the height, but I wouldn't read that much into it. That is not a calculated figure from today's height, okay? Doug Walker says, will I be making it a high resolution video available? Doug Walker, the video will be provided as an unedited launch to landing video. It will have superimposed on it the height, temperature, which is very interesting. The height, the temperature, and the air pressure, atmospheric pressure.
Who was that? Who was saying all kinds of nonsense about temperature and pressure. Was that Spersky? No. But
yes.
There's another observation, and this will be at least two birds with one stone, because now you sent up this balloon, and there was not a weather balloon in sight. So this whole flat earther claim about it's all weather balloons and GPS doesn't exist is also out of the water.
Yes, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Quite why they would expect to be able to see it, I don't know. And I'm just checking because I had a super chat. I shall respond to that super chat in just a second. Two shakes of a lamb's tail.
Not to mention a nice little ball of gas pressure without a balloon.
Right.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
Second best Bob just super chatted £5 sterling saying, show us now, Mr. Tease. Since you asked so nicely, second best Bob, since you super chatted £5 sterling, I shall now show you the entire MAGE experimental video. And there it is. Okay? Are you happy now? All right? It's all there. I hope that's of use to you. I'm naughty.
We'll have to wait, of course.
Well, you guys will have to wait. Yeah.
That's a USB stick or a hard drive.
I have it on my hard drive now. It's literally. It's mean, isn't it?
Yay!
Amazing.
But
Oh, there. Yes.
But the good thing is,
WCGI.
the good thing is, what I can now do while I'm chatting to you is I can now finally have a look at it, even though no one else can. That really is mean, isn't it? It is mean.
A little.
Still, look at it this way.
No.
Look at it this way. Ha ha! But it'd be interesting to just jump in. Oh, that looks like that's after the burst.
There's
'Cause
Brian
it's-
Pops Robinson in the waiting room.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll have a look in a minute. Let me just... What I'm interested in seeing is... let's make sure there's no sound on it, so you guys can't hear it. What I'm doing is I'm just having a look at one of the at-height portions of the video. I've got rotation. The lines are very clear. And this is on the narrow angle lens. Oh, I can't pause it like that. What I want to... Right, I have in front of me a freeze-framed image pretty much at height with quite clearly the two reference frame lines and quite clearly a horizon. This is going to be good. I'm so looking forward to this. Basically what I'm saying, I'm not telling you the results of this. You can take your own guesses. But what I'm saying is I think we are going to have imagery that's good enough to actually put this forward as some sort of evidence, okay? I really am.
I suppose so. That was the whole idea.
Good.
It certainly was the whole idea. Oh, some nice steady shots as well. Yeah. And
I can see a few
I know.
videos coming on.
well, I just almost at the bit. Oh, guess what? Guess what? I've just found a bit with. I'm going back. I know this is so unfair. With the burst.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I'm looking at the MAGE experimental camera, and with the burst, it captures the shrapnel. 3, 2, 1, come on. I'm just waiting for the burst. Yeah, captures the shrapnel. Fantastic. This is really going to be worth watching, people. I'm sorry to tease you with that. That was a tease.
Not at all.
I've shown you a lot tonight. And
You're not going to show the shot.
Sorry?
You're not going to show us.
No.
tonight.
No,
No.
no deal.
No, because the second I show any clip of that video at height, I've shown you bits from the MAGE camera when we were just around the clouds, but the second I show that, someone's going to grab that and say, this shows Earth curvature, or this shows it's flat, or this is wrong because, and it steals my thunder. I've gone to all the time and effort, and Q has gone to all that time and effort, so I will be presenting what I've got, and then they can pick it to bits, or say well done, or no, that's a load of rubbish. Isa, thank you for joining us. Look forward to seeing you. Yeah, if I showed you those few seconds, that's all it needs. You just screenshot it, and bam, it's gone, hasn't it? My chance to, it's my scoop. My scoop. You came in the balloon pop conical. Yeah, I didn't mind showing the balloon pop because that's a thing of beauty. It doesn't affect the experiment either way. It does show purely by the colour of the sky that we did get up to a good height, but I've not revealed the height. And I'm glad, Brian, that you're looking forward to it. You've got patience. I tell you what, this has been. I first thought of doing this probably the end of November last year. So today has been a long time coming.
I'd say it looked like at least 22.
Did
33.
it? Right. Well, by all means, Glass, if you want to have a pop at it, you can enter for the height. And I'm going to bring in Mr. Brian Pop Robson. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Good evening to you. Well, I'm assuming it's evening.
Well, it is, yeah. I'm
Right.
in the UK.
Oh, right, okay.
I thought I'd take, get away from all these foreigners on this channel,
Oh no, not on this channel. Now, Brian, I have got this right, haven't I? I'm not quite sure, but you, I think you've come to me via my dealings with expat Taffy, haven't you? Is that how you?
I have.
Yes. What a sad
Yes.
sack he is.
Yeah, well, actually, the reason I come on here now is because of you giving the mileage for the distance to the horizon.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm dealing with this guy called Bo Patar. I don't know, people may have had some dealings with
That
him.
sounds like Klingon. Pata!
I think it's the Egyptian god or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He keeps llamas on the Isle of Wight, but
Don't we all? Good evening, Bill Devitt. Yeah, yeah, go on.
But basically, what he's saying is that I told him to go out and look at the International Space Station. How can he actually, say that it doesn't exist? And I've been working out the horizon to the heights.
Yeah.
And so basically, what he was saying that the transit of the ISS is about 5 minutes across the sky. And so basically it's doing 900 miles in 5 minutes. And he was saying, first of all, it was a balloon. well, to calculate that, he said it was about 100,000 feet. So to actually calculate that, it was worked out that this balloon was doing 6,000 miles an hour.
Okay. Not only would it be doing 6,000 miles an hour, but it's predicted to within a few seconds. So you're obviously newer to my channel, Brian, but have a look back in my back catalogue. I did a thing. I think the website was Heavens Above to get an ISS prediction because I hadn't looked at it for a while and found it was an absolutely beautiful one coming from the horizon, almost vertical between a half moon and Venus. So perfect markers, and it was going straight up between them. So I used nothing less than a Samsung Galaxy S9, and I filmed the ISS. And my daughter had a fancier camera, so we filmed it with that as well. And so how was that predicted for a balloon? His exact position, exact time.
So then he changed to a Gulfstream aircraft.
Oh, okay.
And the calculations for that come up something like between 8,000 and 9,000 miles an hour.
Well, 6,000, isn't that about sort of Mach 8?
Exactly.
That's one tough balloon, isn't it?
And so now he's on to this thing's called HAPS with holograms. So, it's actually a hologram that zooms across the sky, exactly on time. Well, they're prepared. Yeah, they're prepared to accept absolutely fantastic technology to prove their point.
Yes,
but not accept the fact of the ISS.
Which would be a damn sight simpler than the rest. Hads has just asked, how's the no smoking going? I'm still vaping. I have not had a single cigarette. Yes, there's been... my daughter's boyfriend smokes a lot, actually. And a couple of times I've walked past him. Yeah, just smelt it. Other times I thought, I could actually just say to him, could I have a cigarette? And he would give me a cigarette. But I have not asked him. I have not done it. So I'm still holding strong. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And Jessica G, hello to you. Yeah. So this guy you've been talking to, Brian, is he sort of part of ex-Pratt Taffy's crew?
Yeah, there's another one. He's
Apollo something.
Apollo Detectives.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of videos for Henderson. Who else? There's quite a few that supply videos for him, but it's all the same old stuff.
Yes. Micro Raptors in the house.
Yeah, and Rangerman 9404 it's kindly super chatted $2 US. Thank you, Rangerman. Having a vape with Mr. Sensible, absolutely. I saw the expat Taffy. What was it? He's done another one. They're all the same, aren't they? And it's a video, and an image, and he says it's proof this image was not taken back in the early 1970s because the metadata on the image says Paint Shop Pro or something. Well, for a start, I don't think NASA would be using Paint Shop Pro. I should think they would use something a bit more upmarket than that. But All that means, Mr. X Pratt Taffy, is someone has taken the original image and run it through Paint Shop Pro, perhaps to size it or whatever they're doing, so that they can put it on the internet for prats like you to look at.
I've shown him similar things. You know, I've shown him a picture of one of the Sioux Indian chiefs, or
yes,
and showed him the metadata for it. I said, does this mean that it's a fake photograph? No, it just means it was scanned onto the internet at some stage by someone, and that's how it was scanned on.
Logic, bitches, it works, but apparently not for him. Let's bring in Micro Raptor. Hello, Micro Raptor. You're now live with Mr. Sensible and Brainless Steel NL, Brian Pop Robson, Dog, Flint, Glass Monster, Chrisma, yourself, and the Snark. Hello.
You're muted.
Right, I'm going. Pop Robson, I'm going to pop off because
thank you.
Dog's asking to go out.
Okay, well, listen, Brian, thank you very much for dropping in, and I appreciate the messages and comments you've been making recently.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, please come back again sometime. We'll have another chat.
I'll be here most live nights.
Cool, especially this coming weekend, I think.
Yeah, okay. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, Micro Raptor.
And he makes like a balloon and pops off.
Indeed. Micro Raptor.
Micro.
Hello.
We can't hear
Hello.
you. Oh, yeah, there you are.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Very well, thank you, Micro. Can I ask what sort of part? I don't want you to dox yourself. What sort of part of the world you're from, if you want to say?
Yes. Sweden.
From Sweden. I've been to Sweden
Yes.
once, many years ago. Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, cool.
So,
where in Sweden?
oh crumbs! Do you know? I've only went there once. Was there? Stayed with some friends, and I wouldn't remember the name. It was a small town. We did go down to. Do you know? I can't even think of the name of the capital now. Is it Oslo?
Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Oslo
Yeah.
is Norway.
Yes. And it was Stockholm we went to. Yes. So I'm guessing it was about an hour north of Stockholm, something like that. But I really don't know. But it was a beautiful country, absolutely gorgeous. Loved it, and very friendly people. And as far as I could tell, everyone could speak the proper language, English, as well.
Yeah.
Brainery, forgive me. It's been a long day. I know I said Oslo, and it's just I had a bit of a brain fart. Yes, my apologies, any Swedes. So Micro, I don't know how much of this stream you've seen. Did you see the images of the balloon pop and the little bits of the flight I've shown?
No, I just joined. I've been watching for like less than 5 minutes.
Oh, what a show. Well, it is worth going back to have a look because I show a little clip of the film from MAGE when it launches, a little bit of it in flight from the MAGE camera, and the popping of the balloon, which I've been so fortunate that it was absolutely stunning, and the camera caught it, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the Snark's giving a big shout out to the Leaking Warrior. Shilling his channel. Thanks, Snark. Is he doing something flat Earth, or is he doing more of this COVID or almost soft citizen stuff?
Yes, he's now off Flat Earth, and there was something that I didn't even watch, and it had some downvotes already. I thought, well, okay, he's on to something different, and it's not much good. But yeah, he's out of Flat Earth.
Yeah, he hasn't done Flat Earth for a while. I really think his last Flat Earth... Oh, 9 o'clock hero, good night to you. I think you were on your way out and may have totally missed you now. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have done anything since his red shift, blue shift, sunrise, sunsets, which I thought was, how shall I put it, particularly special. Oh, a super chat from a name I've not come across before. Thank you very much to Indie Tiger for $10 US. Excuse me. I navigated ships in the US Navy. Ships at sea travel on curve. Oh, sorry, Micro. Can you turn off the sound on your stream because we're getting it fed back? You'll need to listen on headphones or earphones. Thank you. navigated ships in the US Navy. Ships at sea travel on curved paths. Now I'm a professional engineer in civil engineering. The Earth is curved according to my direct observation. Well, Indy Tiger, thank you very, very much for the super chat. Sounds like you need to have a word with Bev. Bev Try Thinking, who believes horizontal is exactly the same as level, and refuses to accept Earth curve. But thanks, appreciate that.
Yeah.
And make yourself at home, sir, or madam, of course.
Bev never does try thinking.
Yeah, Bev doesn't try thinking. No.
Yeah. No.
And
That's
such a-
thinking for that individual. I don't think he has the ability to proper do that. So
no.
Yeah.
That
I think that's
blue
such
shift
a
red
weird-
shift thing, it amused me because it's actually an interesting idea. I think it was the second one he's come up with. Was it him that did the measuring the distance to the moon with a camera focus as well?
I don't know about that one. That's the first I've heard of that one.
Oh, I looked into it, and it's actually a valid idea for measuring a distance over
Right.
something like a football stadium. But for the distance to the moon, it's not going to work. I'm sorry.
Nope.
You can't.
Then you end up at infinite.
Well, it's not infinite, but the amount you have to move the eyepiece on a telescope to go from focusing at 5,000 light years to focusing on 400,000 kilometers is so tiny that there's no way you could measure it. So it was a valid idea, but not on this scale. I think Blue Shift may have been the other one where, yeah, it's an interesting idea, but not on this scale. He did. The same guy came up with two. I can't remember what the second was.
Well, the blue shift, red shift thing's just.
Well, what tickled
It's
me
just
about
not
blue
possible.
shift and red shift was that the Earth rotating you into sunlight and out of sunlight is actually moving you towards the sun and away from the sun. So you're going to get blue shift and red shift from that anyway.
But not measurable.
Yeah.
Not. Oh well, if anyone hasn't seen it, I've got a video in my back catalogue about it, and you can also go and have a look at Riley's original one. It's it's not very good really. But what I will do is, especially considering the dearth, is it the dearth of flat Earth videos lately? The lack of, anyway. I'll give Anthony Riley 10 out of 10 for coming up with a novel idea, but minus several million for execution, which incidentally Nathan Oakley should receive. Oh dear.
The minus several million or the execution?
You may say that, but I couldn't possibly comment because I've got a super chat, another super chat from Rangerman9404. Thank you for $5 US, saying Sleeping Warrior was just pouring allegedly Dave a drink on that stream. Oh man. Hey, it's almost.
It's sorry, but I talking about that. Everybody, do go check out the Snar's last video because it's brilliant.
Wow.
About Leaky Warrior.
Well, Snark, you are a mod. Please feel free. I'm serious. Please feel free. Drop a link to your video in the side chat so people can open up a tab and
I'll do that
watch
again.
that. Yeah, please do. Incidentally, someone, I'm not sure if it was you, Snark, earlier on, right at the top, before the stream even started, I think it was you, said about, can I drop or I'll just drop a link to something or other in the side chat. Mods, you are mods. You have the ability to provide links. You are mods because I trust you as mods. And of course, if that was abused, you no longer become a mod. So please, do feel free as a mod to drop a link.
Yeah, that was me. I asked if I could link to that video, but I don't just want to be shelling out everybody on someone else's channel. So
no, I appreciate that.
That's why I asked.
Yeah,
Can I tell you a short story?
A short story, please go ahead. Where are we?
Okay. You know that. Thank you. You know that I did the outro for Conspiracy Cats.
Yes.
And now 2HAD Cats was the one who gave me the idea for this video about the Leaky Warrior.
Here's a simulation of said Leaky Warrior.
Yeah, but Glass, he was talking, mate.
And goodness. So, 2HAD Cat had asked musicians to do something with his name, and they couldn't come up with anything. So I did, let's say, the little bit that outro for Conspiracy Cats, and I changed the lyrics to reflect 2HAD Cat, which works rather nicely. And now he has that as an opening bit in his own video. So that's how beautiful is that? He did that today. I thought it was very funny.
Nice one. And another nice one is a super chat that's just popped in from Mr. David Keller for $2.99 US. Thank you, David. A big thumbs up. It looks like a thumbs up from a gourd. Is that your gourd? How much do you want for it? Don't you want to haggle? Thank you for that, David. I do have trouble with those super stickers, I think they're called, aren't they? That half the time I'm not sure what fruit or veg they are. So do forgive me.
It's like a bird.
It does. It could be a bird. Yeah, because there's another one. We were arguing about whether it was a fox or a cat. You remember that one? That was going back a bit.
Jessica, you're a miracle.
I think it looks more like a pear.
Pear. Yeah, it could be a pear.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Do you want to haggle over it? What's wrong with it then? You don't want to. You don't want to haggle. Oh man, what did we do with that Monty Python? Pear says 27, 47, 27. Thank you. Oh, I just realised what Brainry said. Pear review. Oh, it looks like Snark. Thuds. Cats. Conspiracy. Cats.
Conspiracy cats. No one quite liking to flatten the flats. Yes.
Go on. Go on. Do the rest.
Kids.
So follow, please. So come feel the vibe, like and subscribe, and take off your hats to Conspiracy Cats.
Thank you, Snark.
Nice.
Yeah. So cats, you've just been shielded out on my channel. I expect it to be reciprocated.
Like he needs the viewers.
Send over like 1,000 subscribers at least.
Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A nice gesture.
Everybody wants this Conspiracy Cast channel. Unsub from them and come sub to us.
Oh no! No! Cats is wonderful. I've had several chats with Cats. I've been on his stream. He's been on here. He's a really genuine and really nice guy. I've been subbed to him for a long time.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Definitely.
I told you before, I met him in Manchester. He drove from up north, so give away his exact location. He's very cautious with that. But yeah, I met him in the flesh, and it was extremely nice.
So you met who? Cats?
Cats, yes.
Yeah. We were going to hook up for a collab video some time ago, and we got caught up with things. We done a joint stream. Well, I've been on his channel, and we did a joint live stream where he was streaming, I was streaming it, and that was interesting. It was fun. Space Comma, anyone?
That's interesting.
Joint stream.
Yeah. Joint stream. It was live on my channel and his channel at the same time.
Based.
Oh yeah.
Play on words there.
It used to be lots of fun with the agent on Simon Dan and Conspiracy Cats and whatever. So yeah, well, what's happened to the agent?
I don't know. I like the agent. I thought he was a brilliant character.
Yeah.
That's actually from Wolf Brothers Studio, if I can remember correctly, and I have had contact with them, and they're quite awesome. So if you ask them nicely, you can use them their songs. They're quite happy to provide you with them.
Songs? I thought you were talking about the agent.
Yeah, they are also filming and making the song.
Oh, right. Ah. It might be a bit rich for me though. It's got beautiful plumage, as Indie Tiger. The plumage don't enter into it. The plumage don't enter into it.
It's dead. If you hadn't noticed its perch,
Oh man.
it would take off like boom. This parrot wouldn't go boom if you put 4,000 volts through it.
I'll tell you what, the next stream, what I'll do is I'll scan in and just scroll the entire Monty Python script, so I don't bother to have to be here. You can all just download it, so you don't have to bother to watch it, and we'll just call it a job of good 'un. Oh dear.
And call it an X-parrot.
Sorry for this text chat. The previous streamer has been shot.
Sorry, what was that? I missed it.
The streamer responsible for this error has been shot or something. I was trying to make a joke, but it
sorry.
didn't land.
Oh dear.
Norwegian blue.
There was someone who I put out the community post earlier on today. I think it was on there. It may have been a comment on yesterday's video, and they said, "When are you next live streaming?" And I said, "Probably today," because I knew that this was happening. And said, "Because I've got some good jokes that are safe." Do you remember last stream we had a few jokes I cut? But whoever it was, I don't think they're here. Incidentally, can I ask people, my video yesterday, which I think was Mr. Sensible Talk Sense, where it was unscripted, and I just thought of a few things, and I want to say something about Riley, I want to say something about, and I just went for it, sat here and went for it. What did people honestly think? Did they like it, hate it? It was okay, don't bother, yes, you've got to do it again regular or whatever. I'd really like some feedback on it, because it was nothing like I'd done before. So people in the
It was very interesting.
But you went and reminded everybody that Northern Arklay exists. We've all been trying to pretend otherwise.
Sorry, that what exists?
Northern Arklay. Nathan Oakley.
Oh, I see.
Vowels in different places because I can't be bothered spelling his name correctly.
Yeah. I'm getting some feedback. Liked it, good one, loved it. It was me, Jerry Farmer, about the jokes. They do go ahead.
Right.
Lived it.
Good video.
Good video.
Like laugh, good video. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the feedback's generally good. I think what I might do is post, a poll in community. So, because I would, if someone said, no, I really didn't like it, that would be absolutely fine. I wouldn't hold it much against them. I wouldn't hold it against them at all. And, to get, what's the word? An anonymous poll, because it would be good to know. Because it was so different. I quite enjoyed doing it. Someone suggested doing it in front of the fire with Arnold, and I think that's a good. If I do it again, I will do that. But that'll probably have to wait till Mini Miss Sensible is back from uni, which I think is mid-November, because she's got a tripod and a decent camera, whereas I've just really got this phone or a £15 webcam. And she can, because she's doing film and media, she's got microphones and goodness knows what else. I don't really want to move my lighting because it's set up, and that was fun and games getting it right. We'll see. I'll give that a go.
Well, you can get simple tripods for your phone.
Yeah, but I mean, this phone needs replacing. At some point, I'll have to start thinking about a proper camera. But I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to do, because I operate with one. When I bought it, it was called an ultra wide screen. It's basically a double width screen. Really, I need more. Whether I go, I could try and stick on a second monitor, but I'm not sure whether my graphics card's got the outputs for it. Things are getting a bit old. I mean, I worked out this PC's about 9 years old. It's still coping.
Really?
Yeah, but things like that weren't really in use so much unless you were really into gaming with sort of multiple monitors. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, there's PhD Tony who held a special stream because of how many subscribers?
Sorry, say again.
10,000.
PhD Tony had his 10,000 special. We all missed that because we were here.
PhD Tony, I see you saying hello, and you had 10,000 subscribers. Congratulations, PhD Tony. I hope.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
I'd say
Mr.
hats off to you, sir,
Tony.
but I haven't got a hat on.
I'll take my head off for you. There.
David Oliver,
There we
super
are.
chatted again. Thank you, David. £5. That's me done with Nathan Ockley now. They're extracting urine out of Machio Kaku now. Now, does anybody know, because I do want to know, without trawling through 4 hours of Nathan Oakley or however long it's been going on for, what was his beef with me tonight? Was it to do with MAGE? That would be interesting. Or was it the same cherry pick as before? I hope it is MAGE. I hope he's starting to feel a little nervous, because I went and put a comment on his stream or video yesterday evening and pressed the wrong button. I must press cancel. So I put the comment in again. No, I didn't press the wrong button. My comment didn't appear. I think I'm blocked.
Oh,
That's a shame. I know.
No, that can't be.
No.
How could that happen?
Hold on. David Keller's just said PhD Tony had 1,000 subscribers, not 10,000.
Not 10,000. Oh, well. Congratulations anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely congratulations.
yeah.
But you led us up the garden path
The
there,
first
Snuff.
K is the hardest.
It is
The
indeed.
first K is the hardest, right?
Then the
about
next 1,000, that's the hardest as well. The 1,000 after that's pretty difficult, and then it tends to get harder. No, big congrats,
Yes, a
Tony.
million years. Yes.
He just had
Sorry?
he just had a celebration stream. I was on that right before I got on this one.
Yep, good stuff. And Tony, I don't know how many watch hours you get. I think if you maintain 4,000, or once you reach 4,000 watch hours in a year, plus 1,000 subs, that's when you can monetize. So hopefully, yeah, he's just confirmed that 1,000. Hopefully, Tony, that opens up for you soon. If it isn't already, good luck and congratulations. Arctic Reflections just made a MAGE video tribute. Ooh.
No kidding.
Ooh.
I think I'll watch that before.
Yeah,
I'll have a look after Rachel's
Now,
latest video.
now, Pinion, you're obviously a mod. Please stick a link to it in there. I wanna, well, so that people can have a look. And Mohammed Shafiq,
1
good
minute
evening to you,
ago.
Mo.
Okay.
He's up to 97 subs now. Keep hammering those people you've been hammering, Mo. That's what I say. You're doing a cracking job. Yes, Arctic Reflections.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks now. Oh. What's... I just saw the picture. It's a music video. I won't play it. This music video is a tribute to Mr. Sensible and his success with MAGE. I look forward to seeing pictures and videos from MAGE. I do not think Flat Earth fanatics do. And yes, Mr. Sensible is CGI. Well, thank you for that, Arctic Reflections. I shall enjoy looking at that after this stream, and I request everyone else does hop over at some point and have a look. It's a 3.5 minute long video, and have a good look at his channel. Cheers, Arctic, if you're still around. Thank you. A tribute video. Wait till I tell Mrs. Sensible.
You deserve
There's
it.
your answer.
And it's pretty well made, what we can expect from Arctic Reflections.
Well, I'm really going to look forward to that. I've got it pinned. I've got a tab open ready to go after the stream. And David Oliver's just super chatted again. Thank you, David, for £10 sterling. Mr. Sensible, Nathan Oakley was on about your ball with pins in it showing a refraction looming video. And Simon Dan destroying the inertial reference frames. Oh, yeah, he's keeping up that record. We really must... Fight the Flat Earth's got his clock about how many people have run away. I forgot who is it. That's, someone's got a clock about how long since. I think Nathan Oakley had been asked to debate Red's Rhetoric. Yeah, so perhaps we need one as well for Simon Dan video count, which I honestly think is up to about 18, because I did have a count the other day. So that must be about 18 videos. He's really riled with that, or he's really desperate and trying to hook on the name. Because I suppose now we're talking about Simon. Well, we're talking about Simon Dan. I've mentioned Simon Dan. The chat says Simon Dan. I think perhaps I should put in the description that Simon Dan is mentioned, and perhaps this should be renamed. This stream should be renamed because it does cover Simon Dan as well. And if I happen to pick up a view or two because of Simon Dan, I don't suppose that really matters, does it? It's fair enough, because I am honestly talking about Simon Dan.
Yeah, Simon Dan, Simon Dan, Simon Dan, Simon
Absolutely.
Dan.
Money.
Yeah, and the most.
We all see you creaky now, right?
How many times do we need to say Simon Dan so that we get more people here?
I don't know.
But we also already conspiracy
live stream.
Oh dear, one of secrecy. What's the update on MAGE 2? Right, well, we're 2.25 hours into the stream. We talked about it quite a bit, so you probably have to watch. But in a nutshell, today MAGE 2 flew. It flew to a very respectable height that has not been disclosed. It came back down again due to little G, and has been safely recovered, including all 3 cameras. And there will be
and the cat treats and the cheese.
And the cheese and the cat biscuits and the patch that you could win if you enter the competition. And towards the end of this week, Friday or Saturday, depending, I hope to have the results video followed by a live discussion stream. Incidentally,
He's already sent it out to Microraptor.
Well, what I'm saying is this week we've had recently I said there was a big change in my personal circumstances, and that was the point when I stopped smoking. There's been another change, and which is a bit more, it's not me directly, but it's a bit more personal to my family. And because of that, myself and Mrs. Sensible actually, for the first time in I can't remember, have the opportunity to go away for a couple of days, and I happen to be off work, so we're going to try and grab that and get a couple of days away. So that apparently, according to Mrs. Sensible, is more important than MAGE, and who am I to argue with her? So who would I be to dare to argue with her? And to be fair, we both need it, both deserve it, I think. So that will be during this week. So that's why I said earlier on, there's probably not going to be much output, because I'm not going to get time to do ordinary videos. May get time to do a random stream. I may do one on my phone while I'm away. But the time I do have, I need to concentrate on MAGE to get that up and running for this weekend, if at all possible. But I'm off work until a week Monday, so it will be happening. It's just I can't be firm on the date right now. So that's the update. I hope that covers it. Yeah, Brother Grief looks forward to seeing it. Were the biscuits up to Arnold's impeccable standards? Asked Gary. Well, Gary, the Arnold cat biscuit experiment has the second part of it has not taken place yet. The biscuits are waiting for him, as is the cheese for me.
Yes.
But I can say, although it's wrapped up, it still smells okay. I'm looking forward to that. And it will be filmed with Arnold. I did film Arnold with those cat biscuits, refusing them. And I told him that I think I know something that might improve the flavour. We shall find out. Stephen York has just super chatted $7 Australian. Yeah, $7.99. Thank you for that, Stephen. Mr. Sensible, you're a dead set legend. Thank you. I'm glad everything went well. Can't wait to see the footage. You and me both. I know I've seen some of it, but really, with the MAGE cam, I did that live. I only saw a few seconds just to see if it looks as though we're going to get results from it, and it does look as though we're going to get results, whatever those results are. However, what's the word? Conclusive they are or are not. It's going to be worth doing, basically. And Scott Stratford has just super chatted. Thank you, Scott. Another new name. Appreciate that. For $9.99 of the US kind, saying nothing at all. Thank you, Scott. I just realised that. Thank you, Scott. That's very much appreciated. And who am I to disagree with what you said? I don't think anyone here could disagree with it.
No, I definitely don't.
Oh, Arctic Reflection said Discord he has no mic, so can't join. Oh, that's a shame, Arctic. I mean, this mic is one that was paid for by my patrons, and it's an excellent mic. It's not. I'm sure you can buy mics price-wise that go through the roof, but I'm also sure that you can have just a bog standard cheapo mic, and it'd be good enough. I don't know what these other guys in the Discord are using. What are you guys using for mics?
I have. Actually, it's called Arctis.
But is it a standalone mic or a built-in mic?
It's a new headset, and it's got a microphone that you plug in. But I asked if that was a good one for conversation, and then the man said you need at least. So okay, now I've got something that is hopefully better than my old mic.
And thinking about it, what I had before these headphones is I had headphones with a built-in mic, and that was okay as well. So basically, Arctic, do not let sort of quality of mic worry you. As long as you can be heard, that's all that counts.
I'm using a USB mic that I picked up from Logitech for about £5, maybe 15 years ago, to play a SingStar port.
And I'll tell you what, yours, the quality of that sounds really good. Mine is a USB mic. I took advice on it. It's a Rode mic, because before that I was just using the inbuilt mic on my Logitech or the little headset mic on my headphones, and I reached a point I needed to improve the quality, and I took advice. This is a USB mic purely because I really couldn't. You see me with the issues I have with sound. Now imagine if I got one of those other little, what is it, XLR or XT units, whatever they are, microphone plugs into, and you have to adjust several knobs and then run it through Banana or Apple or Pear or whatever. And no, it was just way too complicated. I didn't want to get involved with that. Straight USB mic, straight in the back of my PC, job done. But I forget the price of this. I want to say it was about £150, but I could be wrong.
It's I myself got the blue Yeti.
Yes.
And it's actually a blue one, and I bought that because my friend has it and it works like a charm. But if I had to choose something for a professional setup, I actually would get a proper mixer and get the output of it directly into the input of, audio input, not the USB input, because
absolutely,
I can make also troubles.
Absolutely. No, I knew that there was a compromise being made by being USB, but what I was compromising on was the fact that it was plug and play. Yeah.
I'm running a vintage landline telephone as a microphone, powered with a vacuum tube preamp of my own design.
A vacuum tube thing?
Yeah, valves.
Yes, yeah. No, I know what you mean. It's just it's nice to hear that something like that's being used.
Yep.
Yeah, Arctic Reflection says it's only at the moment. I don't.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Of course, he has a mic. Yes, that makes perfect sense.
I'm going to bed. So good night.
Well, thank you for joining us, Microraptor.
Sleep well.
You take
Have
care.
a good night.
Thank you.
Good
night.
And sorry about the Oslo comment. Oh, he's gone already. He's gone quick. He must be sleepy.
I'm just using a cheap $35 Mercedes headphone microphone combo. It's supposed to be used for like PlayStation 4 and Xbox 3. Yeah, but I'm using it on PC with a splitter.
How's that one that set of headphones working that you remember to turn the switch back on?
It's working fine. This is the same one. It's the same one.
Well, I just realised Arctic Reflections. Someone or a couple of people mentioned the video you've just done. This video, I have it in a tab ready to go. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, Sable Eagle. My headset with a built-in mic wasn't particularly good. I got it for gaming. Yeah, well, gaming. You know, I playing on a game. It's not. I'm not a proper gamer. It was cheap as chips. I think I got it for about £20, £25 off eBay or something. It did the job. You know, basically, yeah. You can pay through the nose and you can get something better and better that with diminishing returns.
Yes.
It's what quality do you need for what you need to do, and I think.
Yeah,
like I said, I paid like
I'm actually just using the standard mic on my laptop, and apparently that works fine.
Yeah, it does work fine. You're perfectly audible,
Roger
perfectly
Rabbit.
clear.
Hello. You know, this is one important difference between Globehead videos and Flofer videos. I think Flofer videos, it's all about flat Earth or flat Earth, and here you can talk about anything you like.
Yeah. Well, David Oliver wants to test my microphone. I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's mate. I'm only plucking pheasants because the pheasant plucker's late. My mic works. Hey. Yeah. You can't catch me like that, David. I've heard that one before.
I mean, I can only do tongue twisters in German, so yeah, sorry.
Iron coffee pots and tin coffee pots, they're no good to me. If I can have a proper cup of coffee from a proper cup of coffee bottle, I've got it.
Peter picked a peck of pickled peppers.
A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
For the horizon, obviously. The whole pepper business is over the curve. Whoa, globe heads.
I don't
I
see.
had a nice headset for gaming. It was really good sound on the ear cups until they went deaf on the left side. Funny how that happens to everyone.
Oh.
Like I could hear an enemy moving and turn and shoot it because the sound was that good.
Yes.
But for some reason, the microphone that came with them was built into the left ear cup and stuck out straight down. So instead of being in front of my mouth where you could hear me like this, it was stuck against the side of my neck. And if I tried to talk to people, it sounded more like that.
But you couldn't. It wasn't one you could swing up. The one I had was upwards, and you'd swing it down to use, or swing it back up out the way. Pointing downwards. That sounds like a manufacturing fault. That can't be right.
Well, I had one years and years ago, I think Logitech, which had a swing arm, like you see in some like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, 1990s high-tech Jason Bourne backup kind of person would have a headset with a grey plastic stick coming out of the cup, which they can swing up and down. And that one worked fine. But the more modern one had this kind of a pipe cleaner affair, which was sticking down. And it would go sort of the side of my neck or the front of my throat. But if I bent it round enough to get it up to my mouth height, it was pressing into the left side of my lips. And then any time I talked, I was mouthing the microphone all the time. It didn't like that.
It sounded a little bit kind of muffled.
Fischer, Fritze, Fisch, Frische Fischer. Frische Fischer, Fischer Fritze. Good enough?
Well.
Yeah, that sounded about right. I mean, I can only this one. Wenn Sie denken, dass das Denken der Gedanken ein gedankenloses Denken ist, dann denken Sie falsch, denn erst beim Denken der Gedanken kommt der Gedanken, dass das Denken der Gedanken ein gedankenloses Denken sein könnte.
Rautkleid bleibt Rautkleid und Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut.
And can I just say that we are blessed tonight. We are blessed tonight by having someone famous in the side chat. We've got one of secrecy, famous person. I just thought I'd let everybody know. I'm sorry, secrecy. It's gone woof, over everyone else's heads, but you know what I mean, and you're very welcome here. No one else knows what we're talking about, don't worry. Do a German tongue twister. I don't think I could, and I said I'd have to see it written down, but having heard a couple, I don't think I'll try. I'll stick to the English ones.
Oh, come on, take fairly simple. You have just to think about the Swiss ones. This one will be really fun for you.
No, Mr. Sensible. Something like, wo ist das Mundstück Git und Schlottermeier? Ja, Bayer und das Ore der Flipperwald Gerspel.
What's that?
I mean, that's
Is that the
basically
German? Is that
German.
the pre-war joke? How does your dog smell? Is it from terrible? Yes.
Like a dog.
Der Dachdecker deckt ein Dach. Drum dankt den Dachdecker, dass der ein Dach deckt.
He's making it up. He's making it up. That's not real.
Google is your friend.
It is correct German as far as I can tell. So
I'm trying to think. I mean, most of the English ones seem to be quite short ones, like she sells seashells on the seashore.
By the seashore, by the dinosaur. Oh no.
Yes, with its nose,
Well,
David
those
Oliver.
seashells, I'm sure.
How about this one? How about this one? She stood on the balcony and inexplicably, I can't even say that word. Inexplicably mimicking her Hicksing while amicably letting him in. I cannot say that one. I cannot say.
No. You convinced me that you can't.
And it's inexplicably always the case. I cannot say that word. I cannot say that word every time.
Oh boy.
But yeah, she stood on the balcony and inexplicably mimicking him hiccuping while amicably welcoming him in.
Well, I'm not sure if Had's just made one up. Betty Botter bought a butter.
Oh,
So
yeah.
to bake a bit of butter. But the butter Betty Botter bought was bitter. So Betty Botter bought some better butter.
That's a good one.
In the back.
Oh, and Martin H. So that's such an old one. I remember that when I was a kid. Red lorry, yellow lorry. And you just keep repeating it. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Try that, guys.
I remember that one from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I've just found something that isn't officially a tongue twister.
Little wolf, very good.
It's German. It's just one word. Donaudampfschifffahrt Betriebswerk Bau- und Beamtungsgesellschaft.
What's
Not a
that?
tongue twister. It's just a word.
if you can give me
German.
the written out version, I can actually try to pronounce it correctly if you like.
That was very diplomatically put.
German Scrabble must be really fun.
Yes.
I guess.
Problem with German Scrabble is that the board is so wide. You have to use those things from casinos to actually push the
or in the war room where they're pushing models of the aircraft across the board.
You start off with 32 letters.
T-75. What's that? It's the training flight. It's the pole, sir. Get them out of it. Get them down.
Well, David Keller, you
found
do
it.
have lorries in the States, but you call them semis.
Yeah. Semi trucks.
No, you call them 18-wheelers.
Well, we have rigids and we have reefers, flatbeds. I've driven a reefer. Martin H. I didn't mention the war, and I thought I got away with it.
Donaudampfschifffahrt, Elektrizität, Hauptvertriebswerk, Bau- und Unterbahngesellschaft.
Yeah, that's correct. Perfect.
And that I can translate that. Quick, come to the mill. Wheels gone skew on treadle.
Okay.
Überwachungsaufgabenübertragungsgesetz. Hello, German.
That's the pork is off, but try the fish. It's quite good.
Okay, let's try to get another one.
That is something about meat, isn't it?
Yes, it's
That's the
basically
hint
a law about how
Oh, yes, I have heard of that as well. Yeah. So yes, the meat is off, but try the fish. It's quite good. Wasn't a bad shout.
Yeah, it's basically for beef. So you have the etiquettes which you put on, and that it's supervising how you put them on. And yeah, it's basically
and
just
it's a law.
German law.
Do you guys realise that we've got 115 people watching this crap?
Yes.
Excellent. I hope everyone's enjoying it. Actually, I say 115. It's showing 118 now. More people have heard about it.
Yeah, but 8 of them are us.
Yeah, third. American semis are pronounced semis because they can't read English. They don't do English like what we do. They need to read that book, English as She Is Spoke.
Yes. in one of the Bud Spencer and Terence Hill movies, Bud Spencer was sort of viewed by the villains, and one of them says, "He's an 18-wheeler." So, yeah, he was a big man.
117. It is funny, Gary. Yeah, we're having fun here. We've done the serious stuff and having a laugh.
Yeah.
What's sitting out in the yard? Triaxle, so what would you call that?
What's the what?
Triaxle is a triaxle trailer. That's what's sitting out in the yard, waiting to go in the morning.
We don't really count the wheels. It's the length, a 40-foot Arctic. And then it's the body type. Is it a flatbed? Is it a reefer, which is a refrigerated?
This one's flatbed.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, reefer. The first one I drove on a job, because I was a Class 1 lorry driver at one time, was a reefer. I wonder if I can find a photo of it. That would be lucky if I can.
Reefer means something completely different in the States, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, it means that here as well.
We're thinking weed.
Yeah, it means that here as well, but reefer is just short for refrigerated unit.
I was thinking the US definition the first time I ever saw 33 pallet reefer printed on the side of something and thought, that would take a long time to get through. And you would be very hungry.
Or a very short time, depending on how much you smoke.
Well, I bet I can't find this. I bet I can't find this. It's from years back. But I was so pleased. I drove it, stopped at the first service station, got out and took some photos just in case I ended up crashing it. I was never allowed to drive one again.
There was a fella from a company near here crashed one. He drove a single deck reefer, one direction, dropped it off and picked up a double deck trailer to take back to where he'd come from.
Mm-hmm.
And he figured, well, if the route was all right one way, it should be all right the other.
Yes.
What he didn't do was recheck the clearances for his new extra tall trailer.
Well, I'll tell you what. I will not knock him because I put a trailer into a bridge, and it was carrying brand new car parts to a car factory, just in time car factory. So they didn't get their bits. So they weren't pleased. They were scattered all over the road. The amazing thing was, it only just didn't make it, and I actually drove the whole way under the bridge, and the actual I can't see what I can see on the camera. The actual trailer was bent back like that. The sides burst, bits out everywhere. Oh, good night, Captain Quinn. Yeah, that was quite a shock, actually going all the way under a bridge. It made a hell of a noise. Hell of a noise.
Oh, this was frozen food, and he managed to concertina the entire roof of what's obviously a giant freezer.
Yeah.
Thereby ventilating it to atmosphere and breaking cold chain, so all of the food was a write-off. And 40 3/4-ton pallets of frozen salmon is not cheap.
No.
Pay for that.
Anyway, I think I'll leave you here. Enjoy the rest of the chat, but it's getting really, really late.
Yes, the time is getting on.
Yeah. So, bye for now.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Take care.
Very. I found it. I don't believe it. Yeah. Thank you, Snark. You take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, Snark.
Bye.
Right. Let's see if I can show this photo. Oh yeah, well, actually, let me just be careful. Right. Oh, it's still showing images from the balloon thing.
Well, I gotta head off too. It's about time for dinner here, and yeah, my sugar's about to spike down low.
Well, you behave and you watch that sugar.
Yeah, you watch it,
Stay
Sugar.
safe.
Thank
I'm
you
out.
very much for
Yeah.
joining us. You take care.
Yeah, y'all too.
Yeah.
Here we
Watch that
go.
sugar.
But you said that you were surprised that there are so many people watching this, but I've seen some names pop up, like Roger Rabbit, and that's one of the people that would actually be watching the streams on Pip's channel.
Oh, right. Well,
And
just come.
and usually we have like 8 people playing and eight people watching, something like that.
Well, this is the truck I drove my first day driving an Arctic, a 40-foot reefer unit.
Oh, Scania.
Yeah, Scani. The interesting thing was, although I'd learnt to drive them properly, this one, I'm sure it was this one, it may have been another truck I drove for them, was an automatic, and it was a lovely thing. But I did enjoy driving it. It's nothing like driving along, in a truck. It was absolutely fantastic fun.
I've got a 5th scale
So-
RC.
So you also have like Truck Simulator on your computer?
No. No. Have you ever
I
seen?
feel like it that much.
It's not quite the same. I did an overnight journey. Only did one overnight trip, and the next morning, it's early morning, kids were going to school, and I was pulled up at a junction. Car pulled next to me. Little school bus pulled up next to me, and all these kids pointing, "Oh wow, big lorry!" and that. It felt great. It's just a wonderful thing to drive. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, I just got my trial license this month, so I mean, just for cars, not big ones, just
Oh,
normal
congratulations!
car trailers. Thank you.
And Lubo wants to see a picture of me with hair. I'm not sure if I got any.
Hair or pictures?
Mr. Sensible, didn't you have hair on your wedding photos? Because I remember you shown that.
Oh, well, I've how about that one? Is that on the screen? Oh, that's weird. Hold on. I don't know if he's... Yeah, there we go. That's a picture of me with hair. Oh, it's a cheerful haircut, that one.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah, that was done for a party. I went with wearing some sort of hat. I can't remember what the hat was like. And so no one knew until partway through. Oh,
I thought you made it so that you had a face on both sides. It's like, I'm watching you even when I'm not looking.
That actually is you?
Yes, it actually is me.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I can prove it. Hold on, I'll prove it because here's a picture of me with Mrs. Sensible. Takes a while for the picture to come through, obviously.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, when you see it, for me, it still takes like 30 seconds.
Has it come through?
No. I mean the stream. Where the picture took.
Yes, something like a 30-second delay, which isn't really good.
And well, like a minute and a half.
Is it?
I see it now. Yeah.
Just popped up.
Oh,
okay, yes.
Oh, I did find another picture, but perhaps that's not suitable. I must have a picture of me with hair. But I'm going...
Sensible,
They didn't say what kind of hair.
Well, I've just found a picture of me with one of my kids when they're a baby, and I haven't got hair there either. But I've shaved it for years, you see. So, oh man,
Try not shaving it for a week.
I could do that. What, grow a ponytail or something? I
Or a
could.
weekend.
Ooh. Now I have found one, but it's an awful picture, so that one won't do. I found one with two of my kids. The eldest one, yeah, this one's suitable. It's a nice picture. Let me just try and get it linked in. Yeah, so this is with two of my kids. The middle one, the youngest one in this picture, is now 23. The oldest one is 25. There we go. So it's going back a while.
I'll let you know when it appears.
See? Yeah, it's there. I can see it.
Not yet.
Not yet for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there I am with hair. The one towards the chat side is now 25 years old. The one in the bottom corner is 23.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
That's a little while back.
It is. But that was the week I decided to grow hair.
That 1 week?
Yeah. So I probably have been shaving my head for about 20 years. There you go, Lubo in China. There's a picture of me with hair. Pull up an old photo from the stage, says Mr. Andrat. Yeah, that would give people a shock, wouldn't it? Man, I think that's worth a shout. Because I think that most people won't have seen that. I'll have to find it. That'll be a laugh. Well, I'll have to keep talking while I'm finding it, because it'll take a little while. I did sort of go past it. Oh, Arizona. Oh, I will find it. I've got so many photos here. That's the
beauty. Who doesn't?
Yeah, but what do you do? Because Mrs. S was always saying, I like to have proper photos in an album, and I understand that, but you can't print out all these photos, or you'd end up weeding out loads which you can just keep when it's just digital. It's not a problem, is it?
Yeah, but you can pick a couple of nice pictures, and there are a lot of very good online services that make a nice album out of it.
Yes,
that's what my mom does these days. And she actually, when she goes on holiday, she has that in mind. So she takes some pictures specifically for a background. So
okay, yeah, but does she
a field with flowers and stuff? That's like, oh, that's nice as a background to put some pictures on.
So, none of you in here now are from Sweden, are you?
No.
Nope.
Oh, what a shame.
I have been there once.
I don't know what it's called, but do you know about that thing? I'm not sure if it's for Christmas or New Year, where they wear sort of pointy hats. No. It's a shame. He would have known what it is. I won't show the photo because it won't mean anything to anyone, and I'm not mocking them. It's hard to explain. I'm still trying to find this on stage photo. There's one particular one. I'm sure I came across it earlier. I don't know if people are sitting there bored. It's like, oh, it must be around then, because that's in costume. Where the hell is it?
Now I know what you mean.
I
see what you did there.
Well, this isn't exactly the photo, but it'll do. It's me with someone else. this flipping thing, because I've got 2 photo viewers open. Let's kill that one.
I just noticed that on your shirt. Your shirt says Sony backwards.
Yeah, it's the Australian branch.
Notice that.
No, my whole camera's flipped. But coming up on screen to you now, there you go. Which one's me?
Yeah.
Well, that's a difficult question.
Yeah, I'm the good-looking one.
Yeah.
There is quite a story to that photograph.
I obviously will pick the clown.
Sorry?
The clown.
Yeah. I've had another super chat from Conical Reasons for $5 Canadian. My refractory period has ended. I need more sexy balloon popping. Show it again. Well, I think for $5 Canadian, I'll get rid of these pictures of beauties and replace it as you request. I think that's fair enough. And I think what I'll do is let me just let me find those photos again. I'll put them up, and then I think probably at that point I will have to end the stream. We've been going for 3 hours, very nearly. As always, I don't just say that, but yeah, I do always say it's been wonderful, it's been great. But that's because it's been wonderful and it's been great. I have fantastic time on these streams with you guys. I'm trying to find MAGE now. There's MAGE. Right. Okay. So wind capture. Right.
Reflection left.
There we go. I forgot. Who was it that asked for that? I should say Conical Reason. And actually, before I flick through those, I'll just check, just in case I have missed any. No, because the last one previous was Scott Stratford with his super chat saying absolutely nothing. Right, yeah. So here's your balloon popping. Let's go through that. I'll just step through it, cycling through it. I still can't get over it. Some of those pictures almost look like something under a microscope. You know, a coronavirus. If we got rid of the strings, we could tell them that, look, it's a vaccine destroying a coronavirus.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So fortunate.
But like the high speed footage it's often very beautiful.
It is, isn't it? But it's this image. Right, it's about the third one. I've paused it on it. It looks like, leaving aside the strings, the ropes, it looks like something under a microscope. It's just about to come up now. Yeah, the one it's on now. It looks like a microscope. Those little bits look like hairy bits on some cell or other. Quite astonishing. Quite astonishing.
Yeah.
Guys, as you can probably tell, this whole project, I've had the time of my life with it. It's been one
gas pressure with no container.
Yep. But I mean, it's been great dealing with Q. He's helped me no end. Now, I don't know. I very well may have got totally lucky and had my balloon go up and got these identical images and found it and recovered it. But it was much more likely that I wouldn't have got anything like this. And there was, Q reckons, about a 50-50 with the tracking system I was going to have to use. 50-50 of finding the payload again. Whereas today it was a case of, no, it's over there a bit. I can tell it's a bit higher, so it's up on that hillock area. And then had a look on Google Maps, and it had positioned it, overlaid it. Yeah, I think it's in that field just behind the trees, exactly where it was. It's astonishing. No, we need to look in that direction, not that way. And yeah, So it's been an amazing day, and I'm so going to look forward, or so am looking forward to putting this together into videos. Oh, pardon me, putting it together into videos for everyone to have a look at, as I said, in about a week's time.
And I think I speak for everybody that we're anxious to see how it works out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, definitely am.
Yeah,
definitely am.
It's also has been great fun. Just you're being called a tease, but yeah, that's that made it more that made it more fun. That made it more fun.
Well,
like yes, there's a new update. There's a new update, and not just saying everything from the start.
I know what you mean.
You gave us the same build up as you had.
Yeah, it's not.
I done this last week and explaining everything you did in one go.
Yeah, I mean, I want it to be interesting. I mean, I have learned no end of things in this project. I mean, the whole business of the prediction software, because I'm not aware of anyone else I mean, people in the chats knew various things about the balloons. Either they knew or logically surmised them. But I'm not aware of anyone else knowing that you could plug in the weight, plug in the amount of gas and your start position, and it would tell you, based on the weather, where it's likely to land. You know? So I pretty much think everyone learnt that. And I learnt masses and masses. And that's just great. Whether I'll ever use it again, I don't know. But David Oliver, thank you. I am a lovely dame.
Well, I am very happy with the balloon flew. Looking forward to seeing the footage from it, and out of here. Good night.
You take care. Thanks for joining us. And we're going to end in a minute as well.
Sensible.
Hello.
I like how when that balloon finally finished popping, it shot a burst of air straight through the hydrogen gas ball.
It wouldn't be air, would it?
Yeah. Oh, there's still air up there.
Well, there is, but hardly any. I'm not sure which exact image you're talking about. I'm not going to try and link them in, but it's a thing of beauty. And
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hads has just said something which I really appreciate. He says, "I admire Mr. S, not because of that, but I admire Mr. S just for having a go. Any results are a bonus." Absolutely. When I first was going to do this, yeah, if we got nothing, it was still going to be success in that I've done something I've never done before. Originally, one of my daughters was going to be coming with me, but it didn't work out. So it was going to be something different to do with her. And the more we get, the better. But even the last one, if we just stopped after that first MAGE, the whole experience, the thoughts about what can we do to try and show flat or curved, arranging it, the excitement of launching it and watching it disappearing up into the sky, that was brilliant. And then finding it, that was so exciting. And it's only gone 5.25 kilometres up. It travelled 30 miles. I think it was 30 miles. It's something like that. It was, if we had stopped then, yes, it was disappointing we didn't get that we lost a camera, so didn't get that footage. But if that had been it, I still would have said that was brilliant. I enjoyed that. But this is just cracking. One of secrecy, looking forward to the MAGE 2 vids. Me too. Yeah. So yeah, Hads, I appreciate that. I really do. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and you said you learned about that software, and yeah, I have never thought of that, but
no, I mean,
when you think of it, it's logical because it's people that I guess most of them are kind of into science.
Yeah,
so there must be someone that also knows someone that can program, and that it's logical that if you need certain calculations a lot, that someone would eventually come up with a program to calculate that.
But excuse me, it's as you'd expect, and I say it's extremely complicated. That's not half of it. Yep. Apparently, it's two extremely clever PhDs that have worked on that software. They can do it for hydrogen. They can't get it quite right. Oh, do it for helium, but can't get it quite right for hydrogen. I think it's that way round. because of the complexity. But it's just astonishing. These are people who have done it just because, hey, let's see if we can do it, and that will be helpful. You know, it's not paid.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was talking with Q about this today, and I just imagined that it'd be a case of some good look at the weather forecasts and pretty much say, well, it's not too windy. I don't think it's going to go too far. Let it go. It's going in that direction, and then try and track it as best you can. Not, oh, we can put it to, oh, that's a bit close to a main road, and if we take out a bit of weight, it's going to land near that city. No, let's adjust the gas a bit, and oh, that lands in that sort of more countryside area. Let's go for that. That's just astonishing. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm not saying it's simple, but
no.
The fact that the program is there is it's logical.
Yes, yeah, but it's absolutely astounding, and I mean, it's just so much to learn. Just even physically seeing one of these weather balloons close up, and both last time and this time holding the balloon, which is gassed to an amount to lift the 900 grams at approximately 4 to 5 meters per second. Okay, you had to grip it tight so it didn't slip out your grip, but other than that, you could just rest your arm and it would basically balance my arm. You know, it wasn't pulling my arm up, it wasn't dropping. It's just it's the weight of my arm. It was just supporting. It was astonishing. It was it's been a wonderful experience, and you know, I'll be grateful for the support I've had and the help I've had from Q, just for having had that experience. You know.
Yeah, I get that, and I want to say thank you, Q, for helping Mr. Sensible.
Yeah, big props to Q. I mean, I can't say it enough. I've said it lots of times, but I still can't say it enough.
And I think we all have learned things from this.
Well, I hope so. And even if it's that, you know, someone hasn't learned anything or is not worried about learning about that because they're never going to do it, I hope they just got some sort of enjoyment out of the whole thing. You know, I hope that someone can
even if it was just you being so excited.
Well, I hope that if I'm unable to, then someone with the results can use them. Perhaps they can use them in. I mean, someone was talking about calculating descent rates with regard to pressure. That hadn't occurred to me, and it's not something I could do. If someone is able to use that data and do something like that and prove something, or at least show that some aspect of flat Earth is incorrect, great.
Yeah.
Slukoi, it would be all right to join the Discord. No one needs to ask. The link is in the description. However, I am literally winding up right now, so I think it will have to be another time. I might when I do the MAGE live discussion, I'm not sure exactly how I'll run it. I might just have a couple of people pre-invited on that one because it's going to be very popular and I can't get swamped. So I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I haven't decided exactly what I'll do. I'll have to see. PhD Tony can't say it. I never noticed his speech impediment. Who? What? Oh, I see. Oh, and please, people, don't forget to check out Arctic Reflections video. I'm shilling this. I hope it's good. I hope it's not embarrassing to me. Oh, Adam L, hello. Well, you've got 2 hours you can wind back and watch again. And have fun.
The beginning is worth it.
There's some good stuff there, I hope. Right, so Brainless, Flint, Glass, and the others who've already been and gone, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
I hope you've had fun.
Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. What I'll do is I'll chuck you into the live and I'll come in and say hello and goodbye or whatever in a few minutes' time. So I'll pop you all over. Thank you, Brainless. Thank you, Flint. And thank you, Glass. And thank you to everybody, my patrons, patrons! I must do that first. Let's do my patrons. I appreciate and would like to thank each and every one of my wonderful patrons. Thank you. I can't not have my patrons thanked. Yeah, so thank you to patrons. And I realised, and I think I'm going to have to adjust that patron reel, I've got members like David Oliver there and Gary Isle of Wight, the people with the little circle with an S in the middle, because they're supporting me as well. So big thanks to you guys. I realise you don't get added to the patron reel. And for MAGE, the sponsors, for those who have super chatted, and to be honest, it's been rather amazing with the super chats tonight. Thank you, every single one of you. Nobody needs to do it. It's very much appreciated when you do, but nobody needs to, and nobody, and I mean nobody, should feel pressured into it. Brainery there as well, has showing that as a member you can use a few unique icons. Oh, and PhD Tony's just become a member, my very newest member. Thank you, Tony. Caught just in time before I ended the stream. And incidentally, I will say there is a new patron. I only found out tonight, just before I came on stream. There's a new patron, so they haven't been able to be processed and added to the patron reel. So I will just also say a big welcome to... I think it said Zach, spelled or pronounced Zach, X-A-Q. Zach, I'm not sure, but thank you for Zach for becoming a patron as well. And I see I've got a few entries into the MAGE competition for this that's been up to that amazing height of... Damn sound keeps failing. I don't know. Hope you've all enjoyed it. I'll just have a final check in case there's any messages I need to see or read. Oh, David Oliver's going wild with the icons. Thank you, TGK2. Adam L, yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream. And, yeah, I think I better end it now with my thanks to everyone. And I'll make sure that I show the outro this time. Take care, stay sensible, and see you Friday, Saturday, something like that for MAGE 2. Take care.